Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe. There's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? Okay, who have we got today? We got Alex, how you going? Shannon, how you going? Sherry, how you going? Dan, how you going? SW, how you going? Who else have we got in here? Carl Anthony from you're in Singapore now, wow. MJ, how you going? Okay, we're going to go over a few things today. We're going to go over a bit of Epstein, and we're going to go over a lot of other stuff as well. Happy birthday for everyone who had birthdays the other day. I'm so sorry I had to babysit. You got IVM in India. Ooh, well done, Carl. Ooh, excellent. Okay, so we're going to go over to the screen. Okay, Chris Wick News said, would you stop eating meat and only eat vegan food? Vegan food? And only eat vegan food if the experts told you it would stop climate change? It's a farce. Climate change. That is, look, vegan is the UN's preferred method that everybody eats, okay? That's what they prefer everyone eats. Bill Gates GMO'd vegan's food. And, oh, okay, it just updated itself. Lucky it did that because I forgot I added a couple more. Okay, Constantina replied to Adam Schiff and said on the same day the judge announced Epstein list to be disclosed on January, on that day everyone will know how many times you were on the island. Adam Schiff apparently went there 78 times. Now I've got more, a lot more on Epstein at the moment. Chicago Ray said, why did America become a hotspot for child trafficking while Obama was in the White House? Raise your hand if you want to know if any of those kids ended up on that island. Under Obama, US became world's #1 for trafficking and pedos. Don't worry, ours aren't far behind. Get that off 666. America became a hotspot for trafficking under Obama. There you go. This little miss can't be wrong, said Chris Wallace at Epstein Island with Jeffrey. Can we click on it? Yep, there we go. Oh, there's a lot of people that are going to go down. Then we got that one, which I've played. Now this, I can't play this because, my God, YouTube are that bad. I'm going to try and play a little bit so you get the gist of it, okay? Oh, shit, not that. Oh well, I'm going to get censored for that one. It was only a very short clip. I only played like 9 seconds of it. They'll still get me. Colin Rugg said new woman linked to Jeffrey Epstein is begging her name not be released because she lives in a culturally conservative country. What the heck does that mean? The letter from her attorney comes just days after Judge Loretta Preska announced that 170 Jeffrey Epstein associates' names will be released in the new year. Richard Levitt, the attorney for Doe 107, say his client lives in fear, knowing her name may be released. Well, maybe so she should. As Doe 107 has previously stated, she lives outside the United States in a culturally conservative country and lives in fear of her name being released, he said in a letter sent to Judge Preska. The woman claims she made an agreement with Miami Herald, who sued to have the names unsealed to keep her name sealed. Well, now I want to know who she is. This is the Streisand effect, isn't it? Because she doesn't want to be known, now I want to know who it is. And so what if she made an agreement with the Miami Herald? Come on. They need to pay for what they've done. And she should be scared. So should everyone who visited that island. Rep. Clay Higgins said new law: if any state in our union blocks the official nominee of a major political party from the presidential ballot, their electoral state will not be counted by Congress on the following January 6. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, have a very mega Christmas. Apparently, that is what it is. If anyone wants to take a photo of the screenshot of that, you can. Then you can make it bigger and read it. I'm not going to go through it all because I've got a lot to get through. June Slater said train wreck politics. The train wreck has happened, but they're still trying to use the tracks. We have no leaders. We have dull drones projecting a global narrative, which is a mix of cultural Marxism with a splattering of corporate fascism from every party involved. Visualise your leaders in a movie setting as the leading characters. I already do. They haven't even got the charisma to hold your attention for a 2-hour movie, let alone 5 years in office. We didn't vote for Rishi, Drakeford or the clown in Scotland. Only the brain dead would vote for the Starmer, whose staccato delivery of anything he has to say is more akin to a puppet from the Thunderbirds or Stingray than a potential meaningful leader. All the enforcers of totalitarian lockdowns and forced jabs have conveniently disappeared. Please don't tell me they weren't forced. Threatening you with a sack, saying you'd kill Granny, and media figures using guilt-trip sound bites like Esther Ranson's suggestion that the unvaccinated shouldn't be allowed access to medical treatment for anything is indeed false. Thanks, Esther, by the way, a crass comment based on propaganda. The media is still doing their thing, distraction topics and punting out net zero as something godly that will help the third world and the poor, when the reality is it'll create more poor in nations where there shouldn't be any poor, the nations of the West. We have the illusion of security. We have uniforms, badges, vehicles with flashing lights. We have a navy and a bit of an army, but still thousands pour in day after day, unchallenged, even welcome. Many turning into criminals, and sex offenders, no eyelids are battered. We're living through a political earthquake, but huge numbers haven't noticed because there's a sale on at TK Maxx. Or they're watching reality TV shows with babies in bikinis and men with better grooming than a dressage pony. Fake wars where real people die, and a man in diapers living in the White House, giving inspiration to the free world from his handheld cue cards. His sentences make less sense than the jumbled letters on a Scrabble board before you choose them. There's a figure that seems to think profit-making jabs are more important for the third world than access to clean water. And our politicians can't wait for a photo opportunity with him. Being unqualified but loaded makes you a very powerful lobbyist. Millionaires became billionaires and corporate profits soared as the self-employed imploded and small businesses were crushed. Yes, we had the train wreck, and no one will admit to the casualties. That's what we're watching. The train's gone off the tracks. It's already gone. We are watching puppets in charge. You're watching a movie. Joey Manarino said, if you feed stray animals on your property, they're going to stay on your property. I know that. The same concept applies to illegals, unfortunately. Because you got now like Chinese people crossing the southern border in the US. You got everyone from everywhere. Every country knows to go to the US southern border and get through. Anyway, I wouldn't do that. But anyway, I'd go legally. Legally, not illegally, okay? I would have to apply to do it the right way. I wouldn't do that. And yes, I know that when you feed stray animals on your property, they're going to stay there, because I've done it before many times. I had a turkey. I was feeding a turkey, a bush turkey. And then I started feeding the cat and the bush turkey disappeared. And the cat's still here. Mayor Odysee said if Muslims in the West continue to choose praying on the streets instead of using thousands of nice mosques that have been built for them all over Sydney, I'd take it as permission to close all the mosques down. That's a great idea. I don't know why they were allowed to be built in the first place. We have them everywhere here. Mosques. I don't know about you guys in other countries, but we got them everywhere. Q-Mum said the fake Prince William is from the Rothschild lizard family. The real Prince William is with Diana. Funny, because he does kind of look a bit like him. Not that much. But, I don't know, same shape kind of head. I don't know, interesting though. You can believe it or not believe it. It's up to you. Now I sound like the lady on the plane. You can believe it or not believe it. Right? Okay. Brad Jammon. Sorry, guys. I'm in a strange mood this morning. Brad Jammon said, ABC, allow me to do all of your 2024 news in just this one post. Trump should be charged. The climate's causing bushfires and floods. The war in Ukraine is inflating the price of fish and chips in Coffs Harbour. Right? The climate is causing homelessness, and digital ID is good for the climate. That is pretty much our ABC here in Australia for all of 2024. They've been banging on about the same thing for the last 10 years as far as I'm aware. Except this last one, that just came in the last few years. But and this one too, because Ukraine hasn't been fighting for that long. But no, our prices have been going up slowly for years. But yeah, the war in Ukraine is inflating the price of fish and chips in Coffs Harbour. Because apparently Australia needs to get their potatoes and their fish from Ukraine. I don't know. Peter Sweden said the reason that the elites want to get rid of farmers is because they want total control of the food. It's not much different from when the communists seized the farmers' land in the Soviet Union. Who are the people who are acting like Hitler again? Sal the Agorist, or actually Stalin. Sal the Agorist said White House press secretary replaced by a literal gaslight, because that's all you're going to get from her. You're going to be gaslighted to the moon and back. Dr. Russell McGregor said Jeffrey Epstein had this portrait of Bill Clinton, just reminding people. I know a lot of you have seen it before and I've showed it before. But Jeffrey Epstein had this portrait of Bill Clinton inside his New York residence. The symbolism of the shoes represents the blood of children. If you've disparaged the question, you are part of the problem. Maybe. No, I don't believe. Look, question whatever you want to question. Seriously. I don't mind. The more questions, the better. Just don't ask me, because I don't know. No, I'm kidding. Carl Higby, I told you I was in a weird mood this morning. Electric cars are faster than gas cars. Who cares? Microwaves cook a steak faster than a grill. No one craves a microwave steak. If you haven't had an Australian barbecued steak anywhere, really, you haven't had steak. If you haven't barbecued a steak and had a barbecued steak, you haven't had steak. But even steak cooked, inside, it's just as nice. Not on the barbecue. Dr. Anastasia Maria Lupus said, imagine my shock. Official government docs prove Michelle Obama did not give birth. And I've got more on that. We have a voting registration, which has the sex gender on it. And guess which one was ticked? Okay, anyway, I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. Fact checked. I don't know by who. Baxter Dimitri? Don't know. Okay, but we know. We know, but I tell everyone take it with a grain of salt because I don't know where it came from. There's no, I Other than the name here, there is no idea where this came from. Like if it was a news source or what. Okay, germ warfare. It's an interesting way to spell it. Do you know how a jab is made or what's in it? No? Then why would you inject yourself with it? Would you let someone in the street come up and inject you with something? Because that's how I feel about them. I wouldn't let them. And this is really sad. And I know I've showed this before back in 2020 or 2021. But I'm going to show it again. 5 times August said I never sacrificed a single hug. And I'll never regret it. For many others, though, families were torn apart, locked away from one another, told they weren't allowed to be in the same room together and were left to die alone, surrounded by strangers. Those were cruel and horrific crimes against humanity. We shouldn't just move on from it. We need to hold every single person who enforced these rules on society accountable and make sure it never happens again. Are you ready? It's a little bit sad, guys. Okay.
Hi. Yep. It's okay. Hey, I love you.
I can't show the whole thing. I'm going to end up crying. But I just want to remind everyone what they did, okay? They locked the elderly away from people who couldn't visit, but with a glass partition. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys, but can't forget. Fletch17 said, "Hey, De Niro, you saying Trump can't be stopped? You are correct. Dropping F-bombs? Think anyone cares about you? You have no credibility. By the way, why are you getting this medal, bro? Been to any islands lately?" People who went to the island got one of these things from Obama. I've got a bit of a list down below as well, so we'll see who's in that one. Oprah. There you go. Zuby said, "Living in a constant state of anger or fear is a waste of life." It is. It is. I lived in fear for quite a few years, and what a waste. What a waste of many years. June Slater said, "So some travellers are asylum seekers going home for Christmas. How can this even be considered rational? You don't return to the danger, do you?" So some asylum seekers are going home for Christmas because it's so bad over there they had to run here. Make it make sense. Aussiebot said, "Full mRNA package ingredients. Black lines matter. It's all redacted." And also, a lot of these, look, even though we tried to warn people, not everyone knew who we were or, knew we were trying to warn people. But for the people who did get tricked into doing this, my heart goes out to you, and honestly, I believe in the end you're going to be compensated. That's what I think is going to happen. Because they couldn't even include, if you asked for the insert for the jab when they were doing it, they couldn't give it to you. Because there wasn't one. Or if there was one, it was blank. I don't know how many people think to ask for the insert of any jab that they're getting or giving their child, but you should. You should know what's in that thing. Diane McKenzie with little vomits, are they? Little green faces anyway. I don't know. When I was a kid, we didn't have any fancy body wash. We all had to use the same bar of soap our dad washed his behind with. And if we swore, we got our mouths washed out with the same bar of soap. Oh no. Oh dear. Well, it's true. When we were young, we did not have... It was just one bar of soap in the bathroom. And when you went on holidays and stayed with your other family, there was still only one bar of soap in the bathroom. Nathan said, fully agree. Our own veterans should be put first. And British Democrats said, oh God, British Democrats now. Beware. Repost and follow us if you agree that. Share if you think homeless veterans should come before migrants. I don't know, just the word Democrat really, it really throws me. I don't know. I'm aware, like we've got ones in Australia with Liberal Democrats or something. I honestly, I don't trust them just because of the name. Okay, I can't show all of this one, but Ron English said, Antifa, here the pro-Hamas and anarchist group have blocked the road. Hang on, I can't show a bit of that. A member of the public gives us a demonstration on how to deal with the situation. Well, first of all, he pushes him out of the way with the car, and then the guy's banging on his door, so he gets out and gives him what for. So, okay, now, he just keeps going anyway. I won't show much of that. And I'm pretty sure you've seen him just push the guy out of the way with the car slightly. It wasn't like he wasn't trying to run over him. Spunky Conservative Patriot said, I cannot confirm the validity of this information, but this video is all over Instagram. I wouldn't be surprised if it's accurate, but can anyone tell us? I don't know if this is just fear-mongering or what this is, but let's have a listen.
So my husband owns a gun shop, and he just called me to tell me that the ATF has made updates to their background check policy, and effective today, they give an exemption to illegal immigrants to be able to purchase firearms. Now, this strangely coincides with California, New York, and Chicago making it legal for illegals to be police officers. Tell me our government isn't about to pull some shenanigans without telling me our government's about to pull some shenanigans. So my husband owns a gun shop, and
I don't know if that is true or not, but just be aware, okay? They might be about to pull some shenanigans. Larry Cook said heed her warning. These things cause autism, and severe autism is 24/7 care. Even mild autism is a daily struggle. And let me tell you, the CDC and jab industry absolutely know that these things destroy humanity because that's the true purpose of them. Stop the Shot said, I took her in, I held her down. 28 years later, I'm still her full-time caregiver, 24/7, 365, no holidays, no vacations, no days off until I die. And I believe they do cause that, these, autism. The system that was supposed to protect has abandoned us. Don't make the same mistake I made. You can never undo it. 1996. Wow. DC Drano said California Democrats would rather you drink filtered pee and poop water than desalinate the giant ocean right next to them. New York Post said California approves toilet-to-tap scheme to pump treated sewage back into people's homes. I'd be collecting rainwater. What the hell is this floating in the bottom here? That's treated wastewater. This is purified water. I don't like the look of that one. I'd be collecting rainwater if I was in California. In fact, I probably should. Here, even. Rita Panahai said New Zealand is healing. Rachel Wong said who would have thought the Kiwis would be the one leading the charge on protecting women's sports. Transgender athletes to be banned from publicly funded women's sports under new government policy. Way to go, New Zealand. Good on you guys. Steve Kirsch said, if these things don't cause autism, then what caused these triplets to develop it? Less than 24 hours after getting one. The heartbreaking story, if you haven't seen it, I don't think I'm going to be able to watch this one either without crying. Children's Health Defence, they lost their smiles. The mother of triplets' heartbreaking story. All three of Brenda McDowell's triplets share tests shut down within hours of each other after receiving their routine pneumococcal jabs, later to be diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. She had full-blown eye contact. She was super lovely and shut right down. That was Claire. Richie, all his raspberry blowing and the furniture walking just shut off. And Robbie looked like he was hit by a bus. Robbie, from that moment on, had a stunned look on his face. If you asked or said his name, he still acted deaf and acted like he couldn't hear. So yeah, I've watched many of my friends do the same thing. Their children, straight like within a week or so of getting one of them and shutting down. Some who were going perfectly normal before that happened, or they were all going perfectly normal before it happened. They were progressing as you should, as a child should. Artemis Moon said, agreed, the best way to free Palestine is to eliminate Hamas permanently. And it is. Okay, that's why I keep saying I feel sorry for the innocent people in the middle. But I'm not sure, I have a funny feeling that, I don't know, maybe not the Israelis themselves, but I think maybe Netanyahu, they haven't funded these people at all, have they? I know the West has. Has Israel? Just wondering, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they funded it to get rid of the Palestinians and maybe it turned on them. I don't know. I'm just theorising here. Nothing is fact, okay? So I've just been thinking a lot. Joey Minya, I'm so sorry I can't say your last name, but Joey here said now New York and California are trying to remove Trump from their ballots too. Okay, I wasn't far off. And Georgia's the one who was going through all the court cases for fake ones, without Trump having ever been found guilty of anything, because this is where we are now. One party controls everything from the media to the courts, which effectively means we're not a constitutional republic anymore. We're a fascist dictatorship. Might as well stop pretending otherwise. I think most of us are the same way, mate, in every country. Travis said, so Barack Obama's production company released the newest Netflix hit, Leave the World Behind, where America is hit by a terror attack, and he wrote notes and gave input on the film. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but that's a weird thing for a former president to do. It is, explains why it was so shit too. Yeah. I don't know, people are saying there's great camera angles and that. You know, the camera goes round circles from up above and it makes me feel sick. I don't know, I must have really sensitive motion sickness. But it was the same as my son. He said, it's making me feel sick. But other people think it's great, brilliant camera angles. And I'm like, really? Oh, shit. John Rich said, it's ironic to me that people who deny Jesus still observe Christmas and Easter by taking those days off. Devout atheists should work right through the holidays if they're serious about their denial. Sorry, I thought that was funny. I know a few atheists, and I'm sorry to my atheist friends, but I thought it was funny. I'm Australian. Can't help yourself. Seriously. Rob Smith said the Australian government, led by Labor's Anthony Albanese, staunch anti-Semite, is being praised as a prescribed terror group by a prescribed terror group, Hamas. Yes, Albo and his government got a special thank you from Hamas leader Ghazi Hamad. Can you believe this? I'm sickened by this government. The Hamas leader. Thanks, Australia. Great. It's freaking great. KB said Pauline's been right for years. Every word she says is true. Is anyone ready for Pauline back in the early 90s, I believe?
What is one to conclude from that other than you are xenophobic and racist?
No, it's not. It's wanting to know how this country is going to look in 50 or 100 years' time from this. And you've got to base, why are you making me out to look as if I'm a racist? Why don't you go and ask Japan their immigration policy, or Korea or Sri Lanka? Ask them how they feel about white people going into their own country. And yet you respect their views, and they can be proud of their own homogeneity. But if I voice my opinion, I'm made to look as if I'm a racist. I won't cop that.
What is...
Well done, Pauline. Way back. That was a very young Pauline Hanson. Don't bite me. No. Sorry, I got a cat in the way. War Nurse said whoever owing allegiance to the United States levies war against them or adheres to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort within the United States or elsewhere, is guilty of treason and shall suffer death. US Constitution. 18 USC. That funny little squiggly S, and 2381, treason. Barry Soetoro. Which is Obama. Okay. Sorry. Okay, but this is all over Twitter, and I'm wondering, X. And I really want Elon Musk to do something about it, because everywhere I go right now, this is what I'm copying. ScoMo Chico said, what's all this shit, Elon Musk? Why is this on my timeline? And it's everywhere right now. So they're attacking X, I believe. Okay. It's everywhere. You can't escape from it. You go into comment sections and they're in there. You just scroll Twitter, they're there. You like... I thought that was, the last couple of days I've seen it over and over again and thought, what is going on here? Recall Katie Hobbs said, breaking news, woke Arizona high school counsellor who helped organise drag shows for students, arrested and accused of having sex with a 15-year-old girl. We've been told that teachers talking to kids about sex, fantasies, orientation doesn't lead to grooming. Katie Slob supports teachers' unions' grooming of children and vetoed legislation that protects kids from predators. We were told that teachers talking to kids about their orientation aren't groomers. Is anyone surprised that teachers talking to kids on the daily about their sexual identity and fantasies turn out to be pedos? As soon as LGBTQ+ kicked out against Gays Against Groomers, it became a groomers club. All non-groomers can agree that teachers have no business talking to little kids about their fantasies. The DNC and LGBTQ+ love grooming. The teacher, Isabella Brazil Vanik, 29, and a 15-year-old student at Tucson High Magnet School had an inappropriate relationship. Isabella previously oversaw the school's Q-Space after-school program. A high school defines Q-Space Club as space students will learn about LGBTQIA+, history, create community, engage in individual and group work, exploring identity and collaborating to discover community care and joy. Let me translate this joyous language. Schools started groups for grooming. There you go. Woke Arizona high school counsellor arrested for being a pedo. Who would have thunk it? Seriously. George Santos said, hey, Capitol Police, you need to investigate the entire building for sex scandals. If there's an ounce of truth, which seems to be 100% accurate at this point, to what I have learnt from my own staff, I can assure you the problem is very bad, and it involves congressional, committee staff, officers, members of the media and members of Congress. I suggest wiring the building 2 times over and making sure there are cameras in the cages. Capital sex scandals, because there's another one. There's another one. DOQ said things are getting spicy in Congress when you have members not trusting their constituents because they're on the Epstein list. Shut it down. Release the list. Tara Bull said top 10 headlines the media didn't tell you this week. 10. Governor Greg Abbott signs a bill making it a state crime to enter Texas illegally. 9. Fulton County counted 20,713 votes that did not exist in the 2020 election. Trump lost by 11,779, if that matters. 8. Senate staff are fired after filming gay sex tape in the Senate hearing room. Apparently, we're not the only ones getting effed by the government. Yeah, they're telling everyone, bend over while we... 7. Dismantling of a Confederate memorial in Arlington Cemetery was halted by Trump-appointed federal judge. 6. Vivek Ramaswamy to withdraw from the Colorado GOP primary until Trump's allowed to be on the ballot. 5. The state of Tennessee is suing BlackRock, the world's largest financial asset manager, for misleading investors about their money being used to fund ESG policies. 4. California Lieutenant Governor demands Secretary of State remove former President Trump from the 2024 ballot. The last US president to be removed from ballots was Abraham Lincoln. 3. A second Democratic candidate joins Robert F. Kennedy Jr., claiming the left is rigging the primaries for Biden. 2. New Supreme Court filing claims Jack Smith was never properly appointed as special counsel, declaring all of his legal acts against Trump null and void. 1. A federal judge ordered more than 150 names linked to Epstein to be unsealed. 3 of the names will remain sealed. Really? Who do you think they are? Oh, they better not. Seriously, why? Why tell us 150 are going to be unsealed and then they're sealing like, just 3 of them. So that's not 150, that's 147. Crazy. And so are you, aren't you, Smiggles? Crazy little cat. He's trying to nudge my hand. And don't bite it. Don't you bite. Don't you bite. Andrew Bogut said amazing uptake when it doesn't put people's jobs and freedoms in jeopardy. Primrod. Only 5% of Australians have received the latest booster shot. 95% of Australians are now anti-jabbers. Good. We need them. We need everyone to be. Because that's why I believe the explosion in diseases in the last 50 years. Because I remember in the 70s, cancer used to be the big C. Shh, don't talk about it. D.D. Denslow said apparently this is Michelle Obama's voting registration from 1994. Can you spot something odd about this? Okay, right here says sex. There's M and F. Okay, Obama, Michelle, apparently, right? Her name if changed. Michelle Robinson? Michael? Okay, but they've also they've circled male. Something very interesting, wasn't it? Laura Loomer thought he said he didn't know anything about his son's business. Guess that was another lie, or is it the Alzheimer's, FJB? Disclosed TV just said, that was on the 22nd, just in, Joe Biden exchanged emails with his son, Hunter Business Associates, 54 times while he was serving as VP. Okay, Jackie Meek said, if you can't see this, then I can't help you. They suck the Western welfare systems dry, outbreed to become a majority, lobby for their own laws and take over. Like and share if you're sick of it. That's what's happening. I'm sorry, but that's what's happening. Clandestine said, given that DNC are willing to take their opposition off the ballot in 2024, isn't it much easier to consider they cheated in 2020? Are we expected to believe they just now stop caring about election integrity? It's always been this way, it's just more obvious now. DC Drano said when Twitter deleted Trump's public request for people to go home on J6 only 5 minutes after he posted, it seemed very strange. Wouldn't they want peace? Were they trying to frame him for their narrative? But what if there was something else at play? What if they were trying to limit his ability to activate the Insurrection Act? The one prerequisite for invoking the Insurrection Act is to firstly call for disorderly citizens to go home. And what did he say in his video? He called for people to go home. Was Twitter trying to thwart Trump's attempt to comply with these requirements? If so, who was orchestrating this? Newsweek, before the president could use any of the powers provided to him under the Insurrection Act, he would first have to issue a formal proclamation ordering insurgents to disperse. According to a Congressional Research Service research paper from 2006, the president must command insurgents to disperse within a set time frame. If that order is not complied with, the president then has the power to deploy troops to resolve the issue through an executive order. Do you want to hear it? Remember?
I know you're hurt. We had an election that was stolen from us. It was a landslide election, and everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great
And that's exactly what happened. But they deleted it. Twitter did. They just wanted it to get worse. Twitter deleted this video, DC Drano said, of Trump calling for peace and for everyone to go home just minutes after he posted it, sorry. They wanted J6 chaos to get worse. Then they suspended Trump on all social media and said he incited an insurrection. He couldn't even defend himself. Luthersaurus said it looks like those anti-jab conspiracy theorists were right. Number one, now this is not for people who were tricked into getting it, okay? Because I know most people were. One, we told you they would mandate these shots. We told you they won't stop at 3 shots and there'll be endless ones. We told you that they are going to cause unprecedented illness and death. We told you the policies never matched the science. We told you it's not about a virus, it was about controlling you, your life and how you live it. We told you they will try to normalise health issues including myocarditis, heart attack, stroke and cancer. We told you in the beginning of all this that we aren't getting sick. We told you, whatever you do, don't get the jab. We told you most people who were dying, it was either from hospital protocols or they had many comorbidities. We told you they are manipulating data to fit their agenda. We told you compliance never got anybody out of tyranny. We told you your compliance is what's prolonging this dystopian nightmare. We told you expect myocarditis via healthy children and young adults. We told you these things will reactivate dormant diseases like adding gasoline to a campfire. And Blessed Mama said, why does everyone treat all vax like enemies? They're not. Like all vaxxed advocated or pushed it, not everyone was awake as others were. I hope someday some people will realise this isn't reality at all. Luthersaurus said, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. So there you go. But we did. There was people out here telling people, no, don't. And we all got shut down for it as well. Valerie said, you're being gaslit so effing hard. Please see through their orchestrated bafflement. 9 News Sydney said, exclusive. Thousands of Australians die from sudden cardiac arrest each year, and in many cases the causes are unknown. Look, the only people who don't know are the experts and the media. Because these people are just, this is ridiculous.
Thousands of Australians die from a sudden cardiac arrest each year, and in many cases the cause is unknown. Scientists are trying to close that gap by building the world's largest registry to find patterns and prevent deaths.
The pain of losing her husband Brian is still very raw for...
Why is it normal people can tell them what's going on and they don't seem to even have an inkling? Bro said that left are effing insane. They want to ban coal exports, which literally leaves billions living without power, more than likely kill millions of people, just because they want the warm and fuzzy feeling of doing the right thing. They have no critical thought whatsoever. And most of these are well-off people in the city. Inner city suburbs. DC Drano said Big SCOTUS rejects Jack Smith's request for expedited appeal on issue of presidential immunity in J6 criminal trial. He wanted SCOTUS to adjudicate issue before DC Court of Appeals finished its review so he could adhere to his March 4 trial deadline. The trial date is gone now. Trump's immunity appeals could now possibly extend past the 2024 election. Big win for Trump, Big loss for Jack Smith and the deep state. And there's more on that. I've got more. Verica said, in Australia we pay the highest taxes in the world. Our houses are the dearest in the world, and our energy bills too, even though we are a resource-rich country. The decline to our living standards started in the 70s, and we now have families with both parents working who are a payday away from homelessness. Some people can't afford the lifestyle they're used to anymore either. So everyone has to cut back on everything. Dr. Julian Fidge, oh my goodness, I don't even know, okay. Julian Fidge, okay. The TGA just sent me an email stating that my application's been considered by the delegate and they've reviewed my application and asking me to clarify what I seek. I've written back to them and confirmed that my application may be used to seek suspension or cancellation of marketing approval or any other action they deem appropriate, as that appears to be the regulatory mechanism with which the TGA considered to be appropriate. I am buoyed that the TGA accepted and considered my application as an urgent matter, and what he's asking is for removal of the market approvals of all COVID-19 jabs. Oh my God, what's this cat going to do? Don't jump up there. No, Smiggles. Hey. He's sniffing the light. Okay, no, don't, no, come on. Please, you're going to create havoc doing that. Oh. Okay, so that's what he's trying to do, get it removed, okay? So they've actually considered it. And yeah, they want more information if that is actually correct, that's what they want him to do. You're going to create havoc there, mate. So there's that. There's little wins here and there. Things are starting to happen. Laverne Spicer said, as of yesterday, Oregon high school students won't have to know how to read, write, do math to graduate from high school for at least the next 5 years. Democrats' school board voted for this. In other words, Democrats don't think black kids are smart enough to learn. They call it equity. I call it BS. How are they going to compete with better educated kids for good paying jobs? Oh, right, they won't. They blacks, so they can just be maids and trash collectors and janitors as usual. This right here is why I stopped being a Democrat. Okay, they're all smoke and mirrors. They never got over losing the slaves, so they make up for it by using education to keep us down. Next, they're going to report they got the highest scores for graduation because everybody passed. F these Democrats. There you go. Harry Fisher said, I can't help but wonder if the gene therapy introduced into the public is what caused so many to become so vile, so hateful. In order to protect these failed experiments, we are facing bullies on a level we've never seen before. Scientists really surprised after gene editing experiment unexpectedly turned hamsters into hyper-aggressive bullies. I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt, but like some of us saw it back in 2020 and 2020. I saw it with friends. Friends trying to get me to put a mask on, or you know, what about your mum, your elderly mum? Yeah, that's not going to work. Sorry. Colin James Beatles said $15.30 for a schooner in Sydney. How much does the barley producer get? A schooner is a... I don't even know what it is. Is it a pint? I don't know. It's a big glass of beer, anyway. The small one's a middy, the large one is a schooner. It's about that big. I don't know. I don't know what that would be in measurements, actually. It's been a very, very long time since my God, have I actually ever bought a schooner? Probably not. $15.30 for a beer. That's what it is, a beer, right? One glass of beer. Joey Manarino said Donald Trump had this country doing better than we'd done in years. Joe Biden destroyed all the progress he made, and did so with a vengeance. He literally began his term by locking Trump supporters in a DC gulag without trial. He destroyed our economy and made it impossible for any young person to even dream of home ownership. Inflation is ruining us as a country and has made everyday life costs prohibitive. His foreign policy weakness has caused us to have nothing but global conflict from Gaza to Guyana. can't you? I don't know. His use of lawfare to destroy the lives of Donald Trump and anyone who supported him would even make Stalin blush. He opened our border to every gang member, psychopath, rapist and criminal on planet Earth, all while he's supporting the transgender agenda in our schools and degrading the very sacred halls of the White House with coke and sodomy. Let's not forget the time he pooped his pants in front of the Pope either. The only remedy to this situation is getting him out of office and making it so that his agenda in any name or form can never take root in our country again. And I mean never, ever again. I put the extra never in there. So there you go. I agree. Same here in Australia. Never, ever again. The White Rabbit podcast said cocaine was found at Biden's house, the White House. A dead body was found at Obama's house. A male prostitute was found at Pelosi's house. An alleged server was found at legal server, was found at Clinton's house. So the FBI raided Trump's house. That's true. That's what we've seen over the last few years, and that's true. James Woods said, no, actually a judge has affirmed yet again the individual right to bear arms without infringement. If you hate seeing the Constitution protected so much, why don't you move to Colorado? Gavin Newsom said. A judge has decided that guns should be allowed at our playgrounds, places of worship, hospital or libraries. This should serve as a wake-up call for everyone. Right-wing judges are going to continue to do the bidding of the NRA no matter what state you live in. This is exactly why we need to pass a constitutional amendment to keep Americans safe from gun... Oh, my God. Law-abiding Californians with valid CCW permits have always been allowed to carry concealed pistols at these locations. SB 2 attempts to make it illegal. A federal judge called the new law repugnant and issued an injunction. So Gavin Newsom got fact-checked. Oh, that's funny. Look, I'd arm up. Seriously, Americans, I would. Wall Street Silver said, Tucker Carlson's not a democracy, it's an oligarchy. I've said that for ages. Run by the richest people. When they eliminated Kennedy, which they did, they could pretend everything was fine. But after this election, there's no pretending everything's fine. The veil is off. They can't pretend anymore. Let's have a listen.
Let him win, then it's just super obvious that all this democracy stuff was fraudulent and that it's not a democracy, it's an oligarchy run by the richest people. And so at that point, like, the veil's off. We can't pretend anymore. When they killed Kennedy, which they did, they could kind of pretend like everything's fine. But after this election, there's no pretending everything's fine. Everyone will know. And it is a little bit like you get kidnapped, you get thrown in the back of the car, and all of a sudden the kidnapper turns around and lowers his mask and you see his face. And that's not a good thing, because once you see his face, he has to kill you because you know who he is. He can't let you go then. Let him win, then it's just super obvious.
That's true too. They can't let you see their face because that means that you're not going to survive most of the time. DOQ said DJT is going to boost home ownership like never before. You can't even comprehend how great this will be. I reckon housing prices are going to start coming down. Rise Melbourne said the insanity continues. 100% electric buses that have a secret diesel motor to run the heating system because the batteries can't sustain the power required. Wake up to the green energy climate scam. Apparently.
Liar, liar, pants on fire, nose as long as the telephone wire. Liar, liar, pants on fire, your nose as long as the telephone wire. That's what I think about Scott Walker. That's what I think about Ron Johnson too. Liar, liar, pants.
There you go. So they can't even keep the heating going with electric vehicles. Marcus said, this scum of the earth is already going after Christmas. I did warn you that it won't stop with Jewish people. Deport the lot of them. They don't deserve to benefit from the society we created here. This is the Australian Jewish Association. Anti-Israel Grinches ruining Christmas. Fed Square, Melbourne. What are they saying?
Idiots ruining Christmas.
It says no Christmas in Bethlehem, no Christmas anywhere. That's Hamas in Australia. Yeah. DC Drano said Obama is a Harvard graduate, militant Marxist, and funded Hamas as POTUS. The chairman, there you go, Obama funded Hamas. The chairman of the Harvard board is an Obama insider and former admin official. Is Obama working behind the scenes to prop up Claudine Gay despite her anti-Semitism and plagiarism? We all know the answer. Benjamin Bitchute said today, a J insider, according to a source familiar with the matter, Obama, a Harvard graduate, had privately lobbied on Gay's behalf as she faced pressure to resign in the wake of her disastrous appearance before the congressional hearing on anti-Semitism. It sounded like people were being asked to close ranks and keep the broader administration stable, including its composition. The source, who was informed of Obama's outreach asked to speak anonymously to discuss the confidential matter, told JL Tuesday Obama's office did not respond to a request for comment. Jenny Pritzker, the billionaire Chicago hotel CEO and former Obama administration official, was elected senior fellow of the Harvard Corporation last year, months after she had donated $100 million to the university. In her new position, she personally led the search committee that named Gay as president last December. Notwithstanding her initial enthusiasm, Pritzker has in recent weeks avoided personally defending the newly installed president. Pritzker did not respond to emails. There you go. So Pritzker's keeping Gay in there. Travis said an open border is ground for impeachment. What is Congress waiting on? Yeah, here too, in Australia. They've just opened our borders. They're inviting them in here. Australia Marshall. Alexandria Marshall said, what was that, CommBank? I didn't ask you to do that. I did not give you permission to stalk me and pass a moral judgment on my spending habits. Your CEO gets paid $10.426 million a year. What sort of carbon footprint does he have, eh? John Goddard said, I don't remember consenting to this at CommBank. Things you should know. We're collecting your transaction data so we can correlate your spending habits with carbon emissions data based on Australia averages. If you'd like more info on how we handle your personal data, including how you can access or correct it, refer to our privacy policy. So the bank's now tracking everything you do with carbon emissions in mind. Great. I've got to open a bank account with a small bank. Libs of TikTok said trans activist Kendall Stevens was arrested for, attacking and assaulting 2 minors. Newsweek responds by calling out MAGA. You don't hate the media enough. Trans activist Kendall Stevens' arrest sparks MAGA uproar. Well, so it should. It should spark uproar from every parent. Joey Manorino said if they put Trump on that Epstein list, you better understand that it's a fake. And I bet they might just do that. We'll find out soon how dumb they really think we are. The White Rabbit podcast said breaking Australian corrupt media reporting today that road noise causes heart attacks and strokes. Interesting as government signed off on permits to build entire communities alongside the Monash Freeway. It's not that, it's these things. Chicago Ray said court records show Jack Smith who's going to be seeing the inside of a jail cell, not Trump. Dershowitz, Jack Smith could be indicted for fraud for omitting Trump's peaceful statement. There you go. Z Media officials said some time ago reported that I had an impersonator on X who was engaging people in financial scams. I reported this to X and they asked me to verify who I am by emailing them from my business domain, which I did. X then came back stating that it wasn't sufficient, that I needed to give them my government ID, which I refused. Oh, hang on a sec, buddy. Recently I learned that AU10TIX, the company X uses to collect and verify identity, is run by a former Israeli 8200 member. I don't know what that is. 8200 is notorious for creating bot accounts to discredit truther accounts, targeting political dissidents, and advanced surveillance and intelligence far exceeding even the NSA. Why is X giving ID to Israel intelligence? Very suspect. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said Colorado's Supreme Court ruling makes America look like a banana republic. Why doesn't every American understand that if they do this to a former US president, everyone is vulnerable to punishment for crimes with which they've never been convicted? Democracy would be a total shambles. I agree with that. Isaac's Army said The Rock and his ex-wife, Danny Garcia. It's a man, man. That's a man, man. That's a man. Wow. What do you think? That's a man. It sure looks like one. Joey Manarino said Pete Buttigieg is already blaming holiday air traffic delays on storms and weather. That's not what's causing delays. It's the millions of illegals packing our airports right now that we haven't been alerted to. Now we know why Biden appointed an experienced box checker for the top job. Backdoor Pete is there to oversee the invasion once they get there. Crazy. You're flying them in too. I don't hear a plane all day, and at night I hear numerous planes flying in. Stevens said this is the unhinged Minister Rowlands, who will be the Minister of Truth and will decide what is misinformation and what is not. Press hard if you think she's unhinged and evil. Check her out. What a lovely person who's going to be in charge of the minister. She's going to be the Minister of Truth. I don't trust her. Look at the face. Look. Leading reports said Democratic presidential candidate Marianne Williams joins Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in claiming the left is rigging primaries for Joe Biden. Laura Loomis said Florida GOP degeneracy update. Another video sex videos involving Sarasota school board member Bitchute Ziegler and an unidentified woman has been recovered by police as part of an ongoing criminal investigation of a rape allegation made against Bridget's husband, Christian Ziegler. So is she a bisexual, lesbian, or does her husband enjoy watching? Either way, she and her husband both need to resign. Florida GOP. Nice founding member you got there, Mums for Liberty. Police have recovered second Ziegler sex video, sources say. Ziegler? Wow. Watching detective said Mr. Fudgepacker has been identified. He's I found the Senate top. He's a German called George Goya, who worked for the German government, is currently studying at the Elliott School of International Affairs in Washington, D.C., near the Senate. There you go. Oh, wow. It's all going off. I'm pretty sure our parliament wouldn't be much different here in Australia. They're all banging the headboards. Malcolm Roberts said Angus Dalglish, Professor of Oncology at St George's Hospital Medical School, London, says, no ifs or buts any longer. All mRNA jabs must be halted and banned now. To advise boosters, as is the current case, is no more and no less than medical incompetence. To continue to do so with the above information is medical negligence, which can carry a custodial sentence. Other oncologists have contacted me from all over the world, including from Australia and the US. The consensus is it's no longer confined to melanoma, but that the increased incidence of lymphomas, leukemias, and kidney cancers is being seen after boosters. Additionally, my colorectal cancer colleagues report an epidemic of explosive cancers. There you go. And this guy works for the St George's Hospital Medical School in London, and he's been seeing melanoma patients who'd been stable for years relapse after their first booster, their third injection. He was told it was merely a coincidence, but it wasn't. Now there's many people now calling for them to pull these things and have no more. Now who wants down? Mate, you just want in and out all the time. I'm not going to let you out. Ariel said, make it make sense. People kill me with the D-Trump hate. They work with assholes every day who they don't like, who are doing their jobs and they know better than to get in their way, but they want to protest a man they'll never meet to stop him from saving the country that they live in, and got the nerve to complain about how hard it is to survive a 9 to 5 with bills and children to feed. Why are people so passionate about struggling? These are the only people excited about the movie Colour Purple Part 2. They love hearing and seeing hardships on the silver screen that echoes their poor lifestyle from actors more than likely and liable to vote for a Democrat. That will keep them economically destitute and yearning for music, books and screenplays that mirror their impoverished conditions and actually think they're being seen and heard by these aristocratic people in Hollywood. He's going to just cause mayhem. Hang on one sec, I'm going to put him out, and this time you're going to stay out there. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Hang on a sec. Okay. Off you go. Okay. Okay. Okay, by these aristocratic people in Hollywood. Why are people like this? Now I see why George A. Romero called them the living dead. People are not surviving, they're just functionally dying slow, which is why certain scenes are shot in malls, theatres, schools, etc. It mirrors society perfectly, basically serving as a poignant metaphor for individuals moving through life without full awareness of their agency. Taraji P. Henson took Best Actress honours at the BET Awards and took that moment to denounce a possible Donald Trump presidency in 2016 while he was still on the campaign trail, and urged her fans to acknowledge this prospect and turn this country around by not supporting the orange man. Mind you, this is the same woman in 2023 complaining of 50% of her taxes being taken out of her salary. The same woman whining about not getting the $500K she requested for her role in Benjamin Button, starring Brad Pitt, where she only received $150K. Look, this lady's in Hollywood. By the look of it, she's like she's not a main actress, okay? And when you're not, you get less. But she's complaining about the wage gap between men and women. In Hollywood, it depends on your acting skills. What does she, or what you're going to do for it anyway? I don't know. What does she think's going to happen if Joe Biden was to get another term? You think they'll not add another 10% on top of what they're already taking? You literally work in the belly of the beast and expect them to pay you fairly? The industry is run by the same people that had you in the slave ships. There were 15 in total. Here are 5. Name of the ships: Abigail, Crown, Nassau, 4 Sisters, Anne and Eliza. Who were the owners? Aaron Lopez, Moses Levy, Jacob Franks, Isaac Levy and Nathan Simpson, Moses Levy, Justice Bosch and John Abrams. What were their ethno-religious identity? Jewish. These are the people who made you work 300 plus years for free, who control the industry you work for. What makes you think they want you rich, unless you're willing to do some compromising favours like your boss Oprah, who really knows what it takes to make the money you're looking for? Did you kiss the ring yet? Because once you do, there's something else you'll be expected to do. Something I know that will disturb your spirit. You do not seem like the type they are looking for to get those $30 to $50 million checks. Did you see the Jeffrey Epstein Black Book? You noticed those are the people making all the money? But I digress. You said you're tired of working. You said you're not getting paid fairly. You said you pay employees more than what you take home. Tell me, what policy did you vote for in the last 20 years that contributed to why you are in financial strife today? You have an opportunity to turn all this around. But you do not want to get blackballed for potentially voting for a party that wants to cut your taxes down below 17% or less, with a flat tax rate that will lower over time, since we're going back on the gold standard, where inflation is reduced to 0. That is responsible as to why your living expenses are through the roof. Hollywood is burning past the marshmallows. And make it make sense. I can't make any of that make sense. Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene said Breitbart, Jack Smith's special counsel appointment is unconstitutional. Former Attorney General tells Supreme Court. The filing essentially claims US Attorney General Merrick Garland improperly appointed Smith to an office that does not exist with authority Garland does not possess. So it's one big farce. But hey, we knew that. Javier Milei has been president of Argentina for less than 2 weeks and has reduced the size of government by more than 50%, repealed 380,000 laws and legalised competing currencies. Very good. Interesting. Dr. Miley Trin, the Australian public also wants the shots pulled off the market and people held accountable. Because this person said, do you know why this post got 106,000 likes and 9.8 million views? Because the public wants the shots pulled off the market and people held accountable. Updated list with political leaders who are calling for them to be pulled off the market coming out later today. Attorney General Ken Paxton sues Pfizer for misrepresenting the jab efficacy and conspiring to censor public discourse. Good stuff. See, things are turning around. Protect Australia's food and fibre security, said Farmland. Can you see it now? Smart Energy Council said now complete. The nearly 500,000 panels set across 600 hectares of farmland in New South Wales have the capacity to generate enough energy to power 100,000 homes. But the solar farm's success is not measured in megawatts. I don't know. Thank you. These people are idiots. So you need 500,000 panels set across 600 hectares to power 100,000 homes. Makes sense? Bloody idiots. Phoebe said timely reminder. DC Drono said Kamala helped bail out BLM and Antifa rioters who were burning down buildings across America, murdering dozens and causing historic levels of racial division. She was allowed on the ballot in Colorado. Graham Allen said, so the Secret Service is investigating Dukes of Hazzard star John Schneider for calling Biden a traitor. But Kathy Griffin can post this and pretend like she's the victim. We live in an upside-down world. Do you remember when Kathy Griffin held up a mock Trump head with blood all over it? JT said at Connells Point Vet Surgery in South Hurstville in Sydney, we prefer cash. Yes, go people, go, 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 go. Cash. We all need to keep using cash or they're going to take it. Larry Cook said, worth repeating and sharing. Vaccines never saved us, don't confer immunity, don't stop death, don't stop disease, don't lessen symptoms and actually make them worse, all while compromising the immune system so it'll no longer function properly. The truth is here. Since the beginning, there has been little proof that these things are responsible for eradicating diseases even when herd immunity levels have been reached. In fact, these things may cause disease by reducing the functional ability of our natural immune system, which you're born with. That's why they jab you within minutes of you being born. Bo Loudon said the Secret Service is now investigating Dukes of Hazzard star John Schneider for calling Joe Biden a traitor. There you go, same thing. The Cooker King said, I want this on a t-shirt. Daniel Chamberlain said, true dat. I may be old, but I got to see the world before it went to shit. Yep, me too. Sal the Agorist said, what are you in for? Saying women don't have penises. Look, yep, see? How do we know that wasn't what the burning at the stake was all about? Leading report said, breaking, 19 states have filed a brief at the US Supreme Court to halt Jack Smith's move to circumvent the appeals process and his prosecution of President Trump. And even General Michael Flynn weighs in. Jack Smith also does not want anyone digging into his alleged International Criminal Court at The Hague extortion racket or his Swiss bank accounts or any other of his nefarious activities while overseas. This, along with being appointed special counsel for this unprecedented and historic case against POTUS, should make one ask the question, who holds the reins over Hack Smith? Because it's clear he's not smart enough to do this alone. When accountability comes, there will be many across the USG as well as others on the outside that will be brought into the light. Proper use of law will be the norm and not the gross violations we have been or are now experiencing. Stay steady, America, as we get ready to head into a year that will require great commitment and determination on everyone's part. What a time to be alive. God bless America. Question, Wendy Patterson said, is it possible that Jack Smith is rushing the question of Trump's presidential immunity so that he can close his case before it's determined that Jack Smith isn't a legitimate special counsel? Very, very interesting. Okay, Tom Fitton said exclusive. GOP drafting bills to remove Biden from ballots in GAA, ZPA. Democrats' insane justification to remove Trump can just as easily be applied to Joe Biden for his insurrection at the southern border and his alleged corrupt family business dealings with China, they continued. Colorado radicals just changed the game and we're not going to sit quietly while they destroy our republic. To be clear, our objective is to showcase the absurdity of Colorado's decision and allow all candidates to be back on the ballot in all states, they wrote. To do that, we must fight back as Republicans against the communists currently running our great country. Go for it. Yep, do that. Remove Biden from the ballots. This is going to be chaos. Ann Vandersteel said 200,000 illegals have just entered in December alone and we've still got 8 days to go. Armies of illegals are being flown in to replace us, and our tax dollars support them, and our GOP just sits on their butts doing nothing. We've got an opposition party and a speaker who doesn't seem to believe open border equals impeachable offence. They pretend to be concerned about the numbers, but they take no action against the cause. Joe Biden is replacing American workers with illegals. He's actively turning America into a socialist third world hellscape. And any Republican who's okay with that, whose an action leads to or supports this, is as guilty of treason as Biden is. Remove them all from office. Bring back Trump. I agree. Bring him back. Laura Loomer said just in, Ron DeSantis' PAC Never Back Down is cancelling all of their 2024 ad reservations in Iowa and New Hampshire. They know it's over. According to 80 Impact poll, they have cancelled over 2.5 million... What the hell? Okay. They've cancelled over $2.5 million in ads. It's over. Russell McGregor said the Democrats will cease to exist after full declass. The D Party will cease to exist once it's all exposed. Fake news can no longer control, dampen public awareness of the truth. Dark to light. Craig Kelly said the push for electric cars has nothing to do with the environment or electric cars under the guise of net zero. It's ultimately about the left's desire to make the price of private cars prohibitive to the average citizen. For the idea that individuals should be able to go where they want when they want in their own car is anathema to the left. In the left's ideal world, we should all live in high-rise apartments within 15-minute cities and use public transport. Politically, we're going to need to fight to protect the freedom of owning your car and travelling when and where you want within Australia. There you go. Too much individual liberty. They want to take that away from you. 15-minute cities, anyone? My cat scratching at the door, anyone? I told you, he just wants in and out all the time. Liz Crokin said the demon elite pedos are cornered. There's no putting these worms back in the can. Between the unsealing of these court case documents and Senator Marsha Blackburn working to subpoena Epstein records, the disclosure will happen. And if all else fails, President Trump could also release the records. I will not stop fighting till it's all exposed. Who's with me? Yeah, we're here. We're still waiting. 77 people of notable positions from Epstein Island have their names publicly released. I hope the two bills are ready. Bill Gates and Bill Clinton. I've got a list here somewhere. Malcolm Roberts said the big question, why did some injection batches kill thousands yet other batches kill few? Because the makers did not comply with a good manufacturing process. That's illegal. Didn't health authorities know? Yes. Did they care? No. We care. That's why we persist. It went from 90% effective to 80% to 70, 60, 50, 30, 10. Whoops, it kills you. Okay, Shadow of Ezra. This is just a list of some of them, okay, who were confirmed. Adam Perry Lang, Akon, Al Gore, Alan Dershowitz, Albert Pinto, Alec Baldwin, I think it's meant to be, Alison Mack, Alyssa Rogers, Anderson Cooper, Andrea Mitrovic, Andre Pastrana, Angelina Jolie, Anthony Bronchitis, Anthony Weiner, Barack Obama, Ben Affleck, Bernie Sanders, Beyonce, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, Bob Saget, who's deceased, Bruce Willis, Casey Wasserman, Callum Hudson Odoi, Celine Dion, Charles Barkley, not Niles Barkley, Charles Barkley, Charlie Sheen, Charlize Theron, Chelsea Handler, Cher, Chris Tucker, Chris Wagner, Chrissy Teigen, Cyndi Lauper, Claire Hazel, Courtney Cox, Courtney Love, Demi Moore, Dan Schneider, David Koch, Koch. I don't know how you say that. I'd say Koch here in Australia, but I think it's David Koch. David Spade, David Urofsky, Dolores Zorreguieta, Donovan Mitchell, Doug Band, Drew Barrymore, Ed Buck, Ed Tuttle, Ehud Barak, Ellen DeGeneres, Ellen Spicer, Eminem, Emmy Taylor, Fleur Perry Lang, Francis X. Suarez, Freya Wissing, Gary Roxburgh, who's a pilot, George Clooney, Ghislaine Maxwell, Glenn Dubin, Greg Holbert, deceased, Gwen Stefani, Gwendolyn Beck, Hank Collier, Heather Mann, Heidi Klum, Henry Rozovsky, Hillary Clinton, James Franco, James Gunn, Jay-Z, Jean-Luc Brunel, who's deceased, Jean Michael Cathy, who knows, Jeffrey Jones, deceased, Jim Carrey, Jimmy Kimmel, Joe Biden, Joe Pagano, John Cusack, John Legend, John Podesta, John Travolta, Joe Bayer, Juan Pablo Molyneux, Juliette Bryant, Justin Roiland, Justin Trudeau, Kathy Griffin, Kate Perry, Kelly Spam, Kevin Spacey, Kirsten Gillibrand, Kirsty Rogers, deceased, Lady Gaga, Larry Summers, Larry Visosky, and the pilot, Laura Z. Wasserman, Lawrence M. Krauss, Linda Pinto, Lisa Summers, Lindy Forrester de Rothschild, Madonna, Mandy Ellison, Mayor Collins, Rector, Marina Abramovic, Mark Epstein, Mark Lloyd, Melinda Luntz, Meryl Streep, Michelle Obama, Michelle Wolf, Mikhail Arteta, Miley Cyrus, Nadine Dorries, Naomi Campbell, Naomi Watts, Natalie Blachon de Perrier, Nicole Junkerman, sorry, I can't pronounce some of these names, Olga Kurilenko, Oliver Sacks, Oprah, Orlando Bloom, Paris Hilton, Patton Oswalt, Paul Mellon, Paula Epstein, deceased, Paula Haller, Peter Marino, Pharrell Williams, Prince Andrew, Prince Charles, Quentin Tarantino, Rachel Maddow, Rainn Wilson, Ralph Ellison, Ray Barzana, the pilot, Ricardo Lagoreta Vilches, Rihanna, Rita Wilson, Rob Reiner, Robert De Niro, Robert Downey Jr., Rodney E. Slater, Ronald Burke, Rudy Gobert, Sander Berger, interesting name, Sarah Kellen, assistant, Sarah Silverman, Seth Green, Shelley Harrison, Shelley Lewis, Sophie Biddle Hackham, Sophie Trudeau, Stephen Collins, Stephen Colbert, Steven Spielberg, Steven Tyler, Svetlana Glazunova, Tiala Davis, Tiffany Garamps, Tom Hanks, Tom Pritzker, Tyler Grasham, deceased, Victor Salva, Wanda Sykes, and Whoopi Goldberg. Their list of 170 associates has not yet been released, okay? It should be released in the new year. That's all they could say. They couldn't say it's not correct. Did you see that? They did not say it's not correct. They just said the list of 170 associates has not been released yet. Fact checkers can't fact check. Okay. Bill said, when you're not on the gravy train. Whoops, this interview on climate change did not go well as the leftist media planned. Get ready for this one.
Deadly wildfires, the smog-filled cities and poor harvest are being seen by some environmentalists as signs of climate change. Let's now cross live to London to discuss this with Piers Corbyn. He's an astrophysicist and also founder of Weather Action. Good to have you. Thanks very much indeed for joining us live there in London. So what we're seeing here is a drastic change in climate, aren't we?
Well, climate has always been changing, but this has nothing to do with man. In fact, we predicted that there would be extreme heat in East Europe and Russia this summer, and it's caused by a certain circulation pattern. CO2 does not cause circulation patterns. What causes those is a combination of solar activity and the state of the phases of the moon.
But hang on, Piers, excuse me, just a minute. You say this isn't caused by man. How come they're reporting this heat wave is recognised as the worst in 1,000 years of recorded history in Russia? And surely
of course,
man has got something to do with this, hasn't he?
No, nothing to do with it. The only connection is man is here at the same time as the sun and the moon are doing things. You see, a very similar situation happened about 132 years ago, where there was the same sun, earth, lunar, magnetic states. There was heat waves in Russia, and there were also floods in Pakistan as now. And in the previous few years, there was also floods in the English summers, also 132 years ago. So these things are dictated by solar activity in the moon. They're nothing to do with mankind, and those who say that are just trying to make money out of it.
But are we not going to see this? Are we not going to see this again next year, the year on? I mean, it's quite recent that
that's a very interesting question. These things do come in bursts, and we're working on that very question, those forecasts. We did say there would be a series of wet summers in England, for example, which we've had. Now, will there be a series of these very hot summers in Russia? We don't know. We have to work on that. But I assure you, it's nothing to do with carbon dioxide. And if you stop driving around Moscow, it won't affect next summer one jot.
Well, how come then so many climate change scientists disagree with you and they get so much support for what they say?
They're on a gravy train, for heaven's sake. There
you go. That didn't go down too well for them now, did it?
Russia's deadly wild.
Okay. Juanita Broderick said in their own words, then Hunter should be in jail, scumbag hypocrites. Weston Lensman said Hunter Biden defied a congressional subpoena. Here are 3 minutes of Democrats, never Trump Republicans and the media assuring us that defying a congressional subpoena means that you belong in jail and that no one's above the law. Ready? Ready?
Do you think people who refuse to comply with congressional subpoenas should be prosecuted by the Justice Department and at the end of the day go to jail?
Yes.
If you act deliberately with sneering, cavalier contempt for the American people and their representatives, we will hold you in contempt. In America, when you are subpoenaed to testify in court or in Congress, you show up, period.
That if we fail to hold Steve Bannon accountable, that he will be the exception. He will become the rule. Either we are all equal before the law or none of us is. This is the essence of our democracy.
Either we're all in this together, either the rule of law applies to everyone equally, or we lose out on a fundamental aspect of our democracy, that the rule of law applies to everyone and no one is above that law.
Mr. Bannon stands alone in his complete defiance of our subpoena. That's not acceptable. No one in this country, no matter how wealthy or how powerful, is above the law.
And if he refuses the subpoena, like we expect him to continue to do, then we're left with no other choice than to ask the Justice Department, lock him up.
The plain fact here is that Mr. Bannon has no legal right to ignore the committee's lawful subpoena.
If Steve Bannon is just going to flout his nose at a congressional subpoena and say that it doesn't apply to me, then he needs to be charged and he needs to be put in jail.
Mr. Bannon's willful disregard for the Select Committee's subpoena demonstrates his utter contempt for the American people's decision that defies the rule of law and rejects the will of the American people.
We're serious about this. And anybody that is either being subpoenaed now or will be in the future, think twice before you reject a lawful order from Congress.
When you get a subpoena, the law requires you to comply.
No one is above the law.
I sent people out to pick people up that ignored my subpoenas.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it's done.
Child, the sheriff.
Yes. That's
would
right.
drive up to the house.
Yes.
And snatch your behind.
Yes.
And put you in the jail while everybody figured stuff out. Maybe that's what needs to happen.
It does matter if the new normal is that if you're a Trump ally, you don't have to respond to subpoenas. It matters whether or not he feels safe defying the law here.
Steve Bannon, who defied the committee with his sort of characteristic two-shirted defiance, told you guys to go take a long walk off a short pier. What's the lesson here?
The lesson is please tell your children out there in America, if you get a subpoena to go before Congress or you get a subpoena to go to court, go.
What's your message to people who defy congressional subpoenas on the January 6th committee?
I hope that the committee goes after them and holds them accountable.
Should they be prosecuted by the
I
Justice
do,
Department?
yeah.
Well, 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 what a bunch of hypocrites.
Do you think people who refuse to comply with congressional...
What a bunch of hypocrites. By the way, I got done for cyberbullying and harassment, and the timestamp they gave me was a picture of Adam Schiff and David Steele.
The smog
So there you go. Okay, that's it for the news for today, but there's more. There's always more. Okay, let's go back to through the comments. Okay, oh, I can only go back so far. MJ knows unknown. It pees me off so badly. Alex said people are dropping like flies. Yeah, of course it's unknown. Yeah, well, look, every normal person who has looked into anything can see this, except the experts in the media and our government. Well, they know. Xenatron, how you going? There are no non-immigrant doctors at my local medical centre and they all consult. Really? Yeah, well, that's happening at mine, actually. We even have it. I think we've got a Russian. We've even got a Russian doctor. We've got a Russian doctor. We've got all different Indian doctors. SW said, Alex, it must be climate change. Deb said, you are spreading misinformation about jab unless you promote getting it. How you going, Deb? Zena said, I went there for help with my tick bites and they carved me up. It was brutal. Oh, no. If you ever get a tick, apparently holding, you know, the rubbing alcohol, put it on a cotton pad and hold it over the tick, the whole area. Apparently the alcohol, the tick can't breathe and it falls off. But I don't know, just allegedly, apparently. Okay, it's all allegedly, apparently. Everything is. Because of YouTube. Out to lunch said, Alex, yeah, unknown, but it isn't that one thing, you know. Alex said, I think my dad was sent one of those the other day. I told him there would be a crap app soon. You'll need to log in and tell them you're having a crap. Yep, exactly. SW said, my doctor is an immigrant doctor, but he's okay. He's great, actually. Fills out my certificates and stays out of my life. The last one I had was really good. And he was like an African man. He was lovely. So yeah, not all bad. Indian ones are like the ones that when you start telling them what's going on, they're typing and pretty much Googling what your symptoms could be. I don't like them ones. My cat's going nuts out there. MJ says, someday the present doctors will be looked at like barbers from long ago. Hair cutting and being a health professional have nothing to do with each other. No conception of healing, none. Darren said, and you can't understand any of them, Zena. Alex said, hey, Mr. Smiggles. Deb said, hello, Mr. Smiggles. SW said, my doctor asked me, I've upset anyone lately. Last time we talked and we both laughed. Alex said, that darn climate change. Sherry said, this lab has been after me for 3 years to volunteer some type of testing. I keep telling them to pee off. Yeah, I would too. They can all pee off. Xenatron said, baffle. What does it mean? What is a baffle? A tool used to blow hot air into an empty space. There you go. Darren said, that glass is not a schooner, isn't it? Was that a midi? I don't know. It's been a long time since I looked at schooners and that. Deb said, yes, hubby daycare fees are getting expensive. MJ said, add AD and you're confused, lol. Baffled by the price of beer. Alex said, $15. I haven't been out for years, but I think I would faint at that price. Deb said, I've got a video of a redneck hubby daycare centre. Hey, Stuart, how you going? Alex said, sounds like you have a good doctor, hopefully, SW. Zena said, Sherry, do you know what happens when you get a mammogram? They're not good, apparently. Ladies don't. They're not good. And apparently, allegedly, from what I've heard, the breast one comes and goes in women. It can heal itself. Don't quote me on that, but I've heard it. I don't know. But yeah, the mammogram will squish it and break all the fibres and everything up in there, and not good for you. Deb said $8 beer at the moment. Wow. Darren said, I can't afford to go to the pub anymore. £5 a pint is £4.50 too much. MJ said, yeah, your boobs hurt. Yeah, when you get a mammogram. Kai said, 51 watching and 26 likes. More likes, please. Oh, God love you. We've got 62 with 37 likes, if you could. Kai said, hey guys. Selena said, there are alternatives to mammograms. Ask your doctor. Yeah, there has to be, because they're not good for you. They're not good for you. They break your tissue. They squish everything. Not nice. Deb said, 9:22 a.m. Adelaide, not moist. Sherry said, I refuse mammograms. I tell them if I don't have breast cancer, I will if I let them shoot me full of radiation. Yeah. And Kai, how you going? And everyone, how you going? Selena and Sherry and Darren and everybody I haven't said hello to yet. Deb said, I'm just wondering where you were, Shannon. Stuart said, can't see the buttons. Oh, I'm blind, I can't see. Selena said, instead of a mammogram, try thermal tomography. Oh, okay. Alex said, did you say Janet Osbad wasn't missing, Sherry? MJ said, wowee. Deb said, diesel engine to run electric car station. Yeah, exactly. What a farce. Sorry. What BS, right? Just so they can heat it, they have to put diesel in there. Kai said 2 years or less, electric cars will be finished. Darren said, do not call it Xmas. This name is Christmas. Do not X out Christmas. Yeah, exactly. It's Christmas. Sherry Tackett said, yes, Alex, a friend of hers, a man, said he's close to her and her friend. He talks with them daily. His story is not true. I don't know which story you're talking about because I couldn't go far back in the comments. MJ said, okay, Darren. Zena said they gave me free mammograms and bowel cancer tests to all Australians over a certain age. Yeah, they do. I don't care. No. I do not care. I will not do that. Kai said, God hates man's holidays, goodwill one day a year. Plus oh my God. Idolatry. I'm pretty sure that's how I said. Zena said, black leaders call their own people products of conception. Where do you think POC came from? Ooh. Okay, where'd I go? Did I just go down or up? There you go. Zena said, black leaders. Dan Markle Sr. said, thank you, Darren. I needed that. SW said, you're not wrong, Kai. Zena said, gone are the days of buy a lady a drink, boys. Yeah. I don't drink anyway, so I don't need one. I'd go, a cup of tea, please. Alex said, oh, what a downer I'd be at the pub. Alex said, thank goodness for that. I scrolled down a bit and someone did a video saying RIP. They were so good. I watched them all up until they stopped and forgot about them till you said, Sherry. Zena said, you know you're getting ripped off when they give you a beer with 1 inch head. Yeah, with the froth on top. Can't even pour a beer properly. The idea when you're pouring a beer is to make that froth on top as small as possible. Zena said, yep, I read that one. MJ said, a man's got to eat too. He can't eat tomorrow now if he buys her a beer. It's wackadoo. Shannon said, imagine the cost of hand shandy. Alex said, we need a local bank made by the people. Xenotron said, either that or the barmaid is no good. Whoops, did I say barmaid? I mean beverage attendant. Kai said, Xena saw feminist just melted for a guy that was a bro's bro, finger biting and all that, even blushing. Aren't they funny? Alex said, seems everything but the jabber causes sudden death according to MSM. Yes, it does, doesn't it? Everything but that. They can't admit it. Darren said Trump will be on the Epstein list because he did use his plane. Oh yeah, well he did, yeah. But it does say where he went from and where he went to. And it wasn't the island. That's the problem. The list will not prove everything. Give us the real details. Yeah, I agree. But is it the actual travel thing or is it the actual list of his associates? Because associates also does not necessarily, I don't know. We need the details. We do, Darren. I agree. Out to Lunch said, Jack Smith looks like the bad guy from the Superman movie, right? Yeah, he does. SW said, climate change. Alex is obviously the weather. And Out to Lunch is in here somewhere too. Hey, Out to Lunch, how you going? Anyone I haven't said hello to, I'm sorry, how you going? SW said, climate change. Alex, obviously the weather. Deb said, misinformation is at all-time high. Oh, it is, yeah. Alex said, so many fit and healthy sports stars dropping just like that. What a coincidence. Out to Lunch said, Kai, you still alive? Wow, good on ya. Zena said, damn, Donald Trump sure is getting a lot of brownie points with God at this moment. It really seems like it is the good pleasure of God to heap it on Donald. MJ said, cannot be the Sharpie. Nope. SW said, I'll buy misinformation a drink. Kai said, in 1984, we're all supposed to be dead by now. Sherry said, Alex is on another live I'll listen to. Deb said, I second the wow, Kai. Alex said, yeah, anything to push the narrative of zero carbon. Out to Lunch said, Kai, underwater too. Darren said, SW misinformation is a man. Zena said, but the thing is, it will all slide back into their lives and they'll be devastated. Just desserts. Trump will prevail. Exactly. Watch what happens. The boomerang. We're waiting for the boomerang. Alex said, check out those shoulders. She has bigger shoulders than him. Oh, that's a man. Seriously. Oh, that one tasted different. Zena said, not because of Trump, but he is holding a standard that God can work with. Kai said, I only spent 4 days in intensive care, no biggie. Oh, God, love you, Kai. Keep fighting every day. Darren said, Alex, zero carbon means zero life. Yeah, exactly. SW said, no surprises there, like a bar in Phuket. MJ said, demon. Kai said, woke up and walked out the same day. Good on you, Kai. Alex said, you should call them childbearing shoulders, Shannon. Well, you could call them that, sorry. Out to Lunch said, we need some dessert soon. Oh, okay. I got my banana here. Where somewhere? There it is. MJ said, Alex, oh my God. Shannon said, lol. Sherry said, sorry, Alex, the live is called Hawk's Mustard Seeds. They read a letter from her friend today that said she's fine. Alex said, what's the channel and is he on YouTube? Sherry, well, there you go. She just told you. MJ said, Freaky Deaky in Florida. Santa said, I read a line in a book 40 years ago about UFOs. They said that if you see a UFO, they know, and you'll be found and killed. Same principle. I saw one a long time ago, an unidentified flying object that whizzed across the sky so quick that there's no explanation for what that was. Yeah, so that was when I was about 18, 19. And then it disappeared and reappeared over the other side of the sky, like within seconds. You know, it can't move that quick. Alex, I'm really interested. Would like to catch up on the rest of their videos they made. I must be a year behind now, Sherry. Out to Lunch said, we're carbon-based life forms. Maybe the demons are silica-based. You never know. Sherry said, he's on YouTube, Hawk's Mustard Seeds. Deb said, oh my God, I spat my coffee on that Alex childbearing shoulders. SW said, Miss Info is a Beanie Boy Transformer Barry. A Barry? Kai said, I was abducted at 16 on military post 2, thinking it was us. Shannon said, she's stealing my jokes, Deb, lol. Zena said, ever noticed the red, green, black and white on the flags of the ME block are the same colours as the 4 horses of the apocalypse? Wow. Deb said, all the injured doctors, or AKA Dr. Phelps is one, trying to stop jab. There you go. Alex said, does he have a picture of the white dog, Sherry? Sherry said, yes, white dog. There you go. Alex has put it in the comments. Anyone who wants to sub. MJ said, 2 of my sisters hate Trump. I send them birthday cards and Christmas wishes via phone with his face. I love it, lol. Oh, that's a good one, MJ. Sherry said, yes, Alex. Out to Lunch said, Kai, or actors acting like aliens? That looks like a Space Invader. Oh, my stomach's going now. Hang on a sec. I've got to eat a bit of banana. Deb said, you are just awesome moderator, Alex, and funny too. Yeah, she is. Great moderator, Alex. Very quiet, isn't it? When I shut up. Kai said, check the comments a little later, a little after this. Found a channel you all and Hev will just love, explains a lot about plan. I go back to the ones I used to listen to. The plan to save the world. Alex said, wow, he does some long lives. Alex said, oh, thank you, Deb. I think you're all awesome. My Hev family, God love yous. Kai said, out to lunch, yeah, as I get... out there is a treaty that can take some of us and we get tech. SW said, I'm outside on what is a beautiful sunny day in Melbourne, listening while kangaroos jump a horse, wanders, birds chirping under the shade of an oak tree. Ah. Out to lunch, said, money is short, times are hard, so here's your freaking Christmas card. Out to lunch, that's a good one. Santa said, are you a pussycat guy? MJ said, well, they're both nub-nubs, so does it apply? They rich as crap. Shannon said, Deb, you're awesome weather reporter. Never have I been more up-to-date with conditions in Adelaide. Alex said, that's why I said Shannon. That made me laugh loads the other night. Kai said, I'm a 20 and back experiment. Zena said, I bought myself a little mini Christmas cake, but that's what my Christmas will be. I hate this world the WF have made for us. Yeah, I know. I don't even have a Christmas tree this year. I'm going to have dinner with my family. That's all we're doing. The only ones that are getting presents are the kids. So, that's it for this year. Alex said, all credit to Shannon for that. He's so funny, Deb. Shannon said, I know, Alex, I don't think Deb was there when I first said it. Kai said, as I understand it, I was lost somewhere 10 years ago. 10 years, so 30 and back. Doing math. One sec. Zena said, F democracy, sorry, but I'm so sick of that bullcrap concept. Democracy breed division. Every other person is unhappy in that system. Especially now, there's no majority of anything. No, I know. I agree. And democracy is mob rule, so anything over 50% is what gets in. Whereas I believe in a republic, everyone's looked after. MJ said, Zena, I'd rather be with you guys on Christmas than the shot I have to listen to. Oh, you poor thing. Yeah, out to lunch has gone, MJ. Oh. Shannon said, I know about the 20 years and back stuff from James Rink on the Super Soldier channel, Kai. Kai said, so 30 and back makes an 80-year-old mind and energy engrams in a 50-year-old brain that's been fiddled with and crap, so all those nice things like Alzheimer's and dementia. Oh. So he said, trust me, MJ, I'm not unhappy about what I'm missing as far as what we are offered these days. I do feel sadness for the alienation within families. Christmas used to be so good. MJ said, no more coughing on my cocoa out to lunch. Sherry said, I'm with you, MJ. I'm going to be alone this year for Christmas. Alex said, is the live titles Thursday Follies and 8 hour, 18 minutes long? Sorry, Sherry, I'm trying to find out. Kai said, seizure and memory loss, soon my mind will forget to tell my heart to beat. Oh, Kai, hang in there. Alex said, cash is king. Kai said, already did once. Yeah, hang in there, Kai, as long as you can. Santa said, Kai, love, God himself keeps your heart beating, and on the day that it stops is the day he calls you home. It's one or the other. SW said, Kai, you're a great candidate to try these patches, mate. I'll send the link again, and they are helping me. Ah, those patches. Sorry, I've got a filthy cough right now. Alex said, you always make me laugh, Shannon. Love your dad jokes. Sherry said, I think so. Yesterday's live, 2 of her videos, they were rather long but interesting, Alex. MJ said, Sherry, you and I and Zena, we'd have a smashing good time, lol. Kai said, SW, I'm on meds 3 handfuls a day. Oh. Zena said, he commands the spirit to be free and there's nothing anyone can do. That is why it is best to love and appreciate whatever we have here now, definitely. Stuart said, my great-grandmother was a maid and got pregnant to a Jewish banker's son. My grandfather and my father's schooling was paid. Wow. Zena said, MJ, oh yes, I think so. I cannot wait till they show us how we can teleport. Wouldn't that be good if you could just teleport? Kai said, now on the plus side, I'm immune to most blunt force trauma and unbelievably hard to kill. And you almost never get sick. Yep, keep fighting, Kai, as long as you can. Zena said, oh, I just thought about the concept of turning up unannounced though, lols. Kai said, but I don't float. If I stop swimming, I sink like a stoat. Oh, Kai, you poor thing. MJ said, boom, portal. Kai said, guinea pig too. Alex said, I'll share that live too and save it to watch Sherry. Kai said, time travel is as easy as a frequency and vibration of the time and place. Hey, damn it, Mandy, how you going? Merry Christmas, everyone. MJ said, I always hated in song movies, the BS, I'd die for you, hated it. No, don't do that. Live for me. I'd rather you live anyway. And Alex has put the link in there. And Kai said, hey, damn it, Mandy. And Alex said, I watch everything in 2 times speed, Sherry. Damn it, Mandy said, Kai, good to see ya. Zena said, Kai, yes, I grok that. MJ said, back at you, damn it, Mandy. SW said, most males do have. What do they do? I'm trying to think back to what I've said. I don't know. I can't remember what I said. Sherry said, I don't hear too well anymore, Alex, but I read fast. Shannon said, Alex, even Alvin in the Chipmunks episodes, lol. Alex is saying, hey, damn it, Mandy. Kai said, and changing a timeline is as easy as interference almost anywhere along it. Santa said, Sherry, take that as a blessing. All the lies, bull dust, garbage and advertising we get flooded with every day. Kai said, go steal a shoe. They can't find it. Hey, look, a late, boom, changed. Zal, how you going? Santa said, Kai, I have enough on my plate, managing my own timeline, let alone getting involved in another paradigm as well. Alex, I used to love Alvin and the Chipmunks, Shannon. I'm glad they make the voice normal sounding now, even at 2 times speed on YouTube. Yeah, seriously, Zena, I'd be tired if I had to go on different timelines. I guarantee I'd come home exhausted, want to go to bed. Kai said, Zena, we're just along for the ride. Sherry said, same here, Xenatron. 1 timeline's enough. Alex said, it's almost strange hearing a normal speed voice now. Zena said, I know for sure how ordinary I am. Sometimes I wonder if I'm one of those backdrop people. Oh, like an NPC. No, you're not an NPC. Sal said, how are these mongrels going to live this down? Darren said, that's why they don't want us united, Kai. Our combined belief can change the timeline. Yep, Kai said, Darren is correct. Zena says, specifically designed for the jab and thrust kind of war spear. I'm always perceived as sharp and pointy, but I do prepare soil for planting. Kai said, currently we are chaotic, cooperative, creating, no focus. Yeah. Alex said, sometimes I like to have the subtitles on too, Sherry. Yeah, I don't know if the subtitles get me right at all. If someone put the subtitles on. I've tried it. I've tried voice to text. And what they type out is I'm sitting there going, I didn't even say that. It's nothing like what I just said. Oh dear. So hopefully the YouTube algorithm does that to me too, so they don't understand what I'm talking about. Sal said, g'day Darren, Shannon, Zena, everyone. And Deb said, hey Mandy. And Shannon said, he needs a drastic change in hairdressers, lol. Xenatron said, have you ever watched the videos of Ian X. Lengold, the Mayan calendar? I got into the Mayan calendar back in 2008. 9? Somewhere along there. I watched a documentary in 1997 that was Prophecies and Prediction, Threat or Warning, and it was an Australian show. And, yeah, it had the Egyptian pyramid timeline, it had the Mayan calendar, it had Nostradamus, it had Mother Shipton, Delphi, Prophecies of Delphi. Who else did it have? Oh, it had heaps of different prophecies, the Bible even. Yeah, so I looked into that years ago, but I haven't looked at it for years. So Sal said, these host mouthpieces on the media are total mongrel sellouts. Yeah, they are. Alex, I've seen pictures from the 1700s and the water levels are the same in the pictures today. Yep. Kai said, doesn't own a comb. Sal said, go Piers. Yeah. That's the good Piers, not the bad one. SW said, so you think you can tell... Oh, so you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain. Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Pink Floyd. Did they get you to trade? Zal said, g'day, Deb. Kai said, Zena, no, but I'll start checking. I'll stop singing now, okay? Serious. Deb said, dryer his hair with the windows down in the car. Zena said, hey there, pal. SW said, Pink Floyd. Yes, I got that. That's one I knew straight away from just reading the lyrics. Darren said, I grew up in a seaside town. The water level on the pier is exactly the same now as it was 50 years ago. There you go. Shannon said he uses balloons to comb his hair, so many uses for static electricity, just like Bernie Sanders. Sanders said Kai he does a lecture where he breaks down the Aztec pyramiding timelines and epochs. I saw it 10 years ago and it's stunningly accurate. Kai said weather mercantile predict the weather in a week in advance, but 50, 60 years, why not? Yeah, none of ours can predict the weather a week in advance, so what makes anyone think they can do 50, 60, 100 years ahead? Even 10. They can't predict the next week. What? Deb said, holy shit, her eyebrows have come down her face. Whose? Mine? Oh no, they're running away. No, I'm kidding. Alex, I know you're not, I don't think you're talking about me, Deb. Alex said he could feel the thunder in his heart. Damn it, Mandy said, MJ, good to see ya. Sal said their rule of democracy. Damn it, Mandy said, what was that bloat of names for? I missed it. Apparently people who have been confirmed that they were on Epstein Island. That's who all the names were. Apparently, allegedly. That's for YouTube. Kai said, Alex and laughing. Darren said, Piers Corbyn is right about the climate being natural, but don't fall for all he says. He's Jeremy's brother. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, when I agree with them, I agree with them. If I don't, yeah. I don't trust people fully. Deb said, Democrats are above the law. Damn it, Mandy said, Alex, good evening. Darren said, that was the Epstein list, Mandy. Yep. Shannon said the same thing. Oh, stomach's still going. Zena said, oh, hang on. Zena said, oh, hang on. Where was I? Where was I? Back in the comments. Okay, way back in the comments. Someone talking about edible undies. Hev's not a bully. Oh, here we go. Xenotron said, hope people soon see the climate change is what's happening on the street and in our mind. The physical environment science is just a money laundering decoy. I agree, Xena. Sherry said, except Hunter Biden. Kai said, Epstein Black Book's coming out too. Xena said, we've seen all these names, want to see the footage. None of these names are the people's real names anyway. Yep, Hey Charles, how you going? Out to lunch said word's gonna hurt them. Kai said wait till you see what's on this channel I found about the Jabadoo. Alex said I used to like Whoopi. She was funny in Jumping Jack Flash, but she went right down in my estimations. Yes, I know. I did too. Yeah, and then and Fatal Beauty was another movie that she was in, very young. Yeah, I used to like her too. But we find out who these people really are, and then that's it. Zeta said the name's not the person, but the person committing the act is the real person, and what is their real name? SW said sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. MJ said Cheney. Darren said demon rats always blame us for what they do. Look at what they're saying about Trump will do when he gets in. That's their plans for us. Kai said, wow, phone just freaked out, almost shut off. Wow. Santa said, we need to see them. There is a special sickening feeling when you watch these things that are real, not Hollywood or deep fake. You can't fake the feeling of real terror. MJ said, so many fooled us, not much anymore. Oh, Biden. SW said you can get Lyme's disease from tick. Yep, Lyme disease. Kai said, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Oh, I went right out of tune with that one. I used to love that song. Shannon said, cancel the message. I'll cancel something even better. Deb said, whips and chains will. Luna said, morning, all missed today's. I'll rewatch later on. How you going, Luna? Zeta said, so if already know these names from years ago, how come they're still on X and going to parties? I don't know. MJ said, Hev is not a bully. Kai said, probably because they are OOO. Darren said, yes, SW. Debbie had that. It's very painful and can affect you the rest of your life. Kai said, Deb, whips, chains, promise? It sticks and stones won't hurt my bones. And some people say, but whips and chains excite me. Not me, personally. No. Alex said, I remember two good doctors, both locum. One diagnosed my heart problems after years of me trying to get diagnosed, and the other told me never to have jabs both years ago. Shannon said, I'm running late. Did anyone else see Deb's post? Lol. SW said, I think there's help, Darren. They just sent telling us. Out to lunch said, yeah, that's right. Out to lunch. Out to lunch finished it off for me. Kai said, me too. Zena said, oh, these crazy professors and their crazy hair. MJ said, Sal, hi, sorry, my eating my dinner face in food. I don't blame you. Alex said, that one that told me about the jabs was shortly removed. I don't know if that's why. I hope she's set up her own practice. Shannon said, whipped cream in it. Edible underwear, Shannon, come on. Oh, Kai said, mammograms, blast your boobies with radiation. Yep. Hey, Judy, how you going? Alex said, obviously, Tim Ayer's a great doctor and he needs to be replicated. Yeah, we need more like Tim Ayer. SW said, make that 39. I've got 52 likes now. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Kai said, Judy. Alex said, I hope your leg is healed now, Tim Ayer. Out to lunch said, edible, the underwear. And Kai said, more likes, please. Out to lunch said, did it, Kai? I forgot, my bad. Oh, God love yous. Alex said, mine still says 3. Don't know why it doesn't update anymore. It is not for weeks now. YouTube updates suck. Kai said, out to lunch. Oh, yeah, get the munchies. And Shannon said, my chains are now all rusty and my whip has lost the will to crack. SW said, me too. Out to lunch said, munchies and water. Darren said, edible undies like putting candy on a roast dinner. Why am I not pre-reading these before I'm speaking them out loud? SW said, my knees crack, but Darren says, because YouTube's crap. Alex, mine says 18. MJ said, yeasty, no Bruno. Santa said, Mr. 78 trips to the island is there controlling people's lives. Yeah. What are these people? Who do these people think they are? Oh, no, I'm not reading that one, Shannon. I just read that one first, luckily. Alex said all those machines do. Apparently there used to be x-ray machines in shoe shops. Out to lunch said, Darren, you have to refresh, I think. Kai said, Alex, oh my God, they stopped them in shoe stores for radiation poisoning. Everyone's telling me how many likes. They say it's gone up, guys. It's all right. Thank you for liking. Shannon said, me too, MJ. Darren said that would work out to lunch, but we're not using static internet 1.0 anymore. Alex said, yeah, I know, people still use microwaves for their food, Kai. I seldom use mine, haven't used any wheat warmer for ages now either. I don't know, with steak, you got to have it. You got to cook it normal. I don't know. It doesn't work in a microwave, does it? I don't know, I've never tried it, but I don't know. Would a steak work in the microwave? Kai said if she's fat, it's yeast rolls. MJ said 20 of us lurkers. My peeps hit the dang button now. And my stomach's starting to go berserk. MJ said, and I love you. Out to lunch said, don't they call him Mr. T Superman? I'm no Superman. I don't know. Zena said, Hev, they know. And we know they know. MJ said, I thought he was Batman. Darren said, Alex, they also used to use lead in the lining of hats, hence the term Mad Hatter. Out to lunch said, and MJ, no, I'm Batman. Zena said, Hev, yes, that is true. I used tea tree oil and didn't have anywhere near the problem as when I just pulled them out. Yeah. Yeah, you can use tea tree, something strong. They can't breathe in it. Maybe even eucalyptus oil would work, I don't know, but no, then again, maybe not. I don't know. MJ said, oh, Kai melted with butter. Kai said, because I'm Batman. Sal said, we're the carbon they want to reduce. I just wish the normies would wake up to this fact. Yep. Kai said, buttery yeast rolls. Now it's getting bad. Sina said, depopulation equals climate change. Kai said, no butter, also no rolls. Alex said, asbestos, crazy what they used to use. I'm sure I heard something about lead and maybe not being so bad. I'm not sure though, Darren. MJ said, okay, Kai, I have to have butter, carbs. I can give up butter. Butter is awesome. SW said, they said there was a lot of UFO action in the Blue Mountains. I wouldn't know. It's been cloudy here for nearly a week. If there is, I can't see any of them. It's still cloudy now. We're supposed to have thunderstorms this afternoon. I don't know. Kai said, Darren, that was Mercury. Shane said they cancelled the lead paint because it stopped their frequency technology. That's what I said. Look, with lead paint on your walls, the Wi-Fi can't get through. Why do you think they banned lead paint? It wasn't because people were licking the lead on the paint on the walls. I mean, maybe some were, but most of us weren't, right? And I think they did that because of the Wi-Fi to get through your house and the walls. And that way that, you know, when they have the technology, which they already do, they have the technology to see through your walls. They can see people inside your house. Like, imagine Google Earth. You know how they tour around every street and they take photos or video or whatever they take, right? Now imagine them doing that and being able to see inside your house. Out to lunch said, I seen something that may have been choppers looking for pot farms in the 80s or early 90s. A lot of that round here. SW said, butter tastes better, MJ. It does. Darren said, at one time, Alex, most homes use asbestos and had lead water pipes. Alex said, mercury can be used to generate free power. I've heard that too, Alex. Zal said, when was the last time you had to remove a troll, Alex? I don't know, it's been a long time. Unless she just gets them before I get to read them. Kai said, MJ, a different kind of butter. You don't want the butter I'm talking about. Oh. What butter are you talking about? Darren said, I think you're correct, Kai. Out to lunch said, love butter. MJ said, I'm hearing about ELF tech that it is disturbing. Kai said, mercury is toxic, but can do that. The hat makers used it in the hat bands. MJ said, pew-pews are great, but the frequency pew-pews in differing ways. Darren said, my mum used to take my temperature with a mercury thermometer. I was always told not to bite it or I'd be poisoned. I just didn't want to cut my mouth on broken glass. Yeah, me too. Our temperature was, oh my goodness, our temperature was taken by thermometers with mercury in them too. Kai said, MJ, yeah, freaky stuff. Alex said, I can't remember. I usually let people stay unless anyone's being really nasty, which no one has ever, I don't think, Zal. Yeah, exactly. Even the trolls, it's still a view. Out to lunch, did our Christmas adults come in January for us? Alex said, some trolls can be quite funny, lol. It was usually only those bot things which I haven't seen for ages. Yeah, remember them? They'd leave their little links everywhere and they'd be a bot like, oh, crazy. SW said, I'm going to do nothing at Chrissy. I seen my mum and sister yesterday, so I'm done. Boring Grinch, I know. No, I don't think that's being a boring Grinch. You're celebrating quietly inside. Out to lunch said, when taxes come in. Hey, Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Yeah, there is lots happening. Kai said, I dropped my wrench to keep her drunk a long time ago. MJ said, we're lucky we agree to disagree, but no bad stuff. We respect each other. Yeah, exactly. If someone doesn't agree, you don't have to agree with me. We can agree to disagree anytime. That's fine. I'm all good. Kai said, wasn't worth it. Sherry, hello, Menacing Muskrat. Everyone's saying hello, Menacing Muskrat. Alex said, I don't let things bother me. That's the best way. Deb said, I hope King's doing well. Yeah, I hope he is too. Alex said, maybe you can have it back at Kai. Kai said, the candle that burns twice as bright burns half as long, but burnt very long time. Kai said, I wouldn't mind since I was here on day one. Oh. Darren said, unless the candle is twice as big, Kai. Hey, Conchega Yowie, booyah. Deb said, much love and prayers, Kai. Yeah. Menacing said, shite is hitting the fan, dark December. It is all over the place. Alex said, yeah, we're all adults and even if I don't agree with something, I don't let that get in the way of good friends, MJ. SW said, in and out, lol. Deb said, hey, our beautiful Menacing. Darren said, then turn off the fan, Muskrat, or else you do the cleaning. SW said, you said the cat wants to go in and out all the time. Oh, yeah, in and out the door. I'm doorman Hev for the cats. Alex said, SW, I really don't celebrate either, but I spent the day with my family. Hope we'll have a Hev Christmas party. I think that'll be Hev's Boxing Day. Yep, it would be. Because I probably won't be here for the next 2 days. I thought I might stop in on Christmas when it's Christmas morning here, which means Christmas Eve where you are, if you're in the UK or the US. I was thinking about it. I'll see how I go, okay? No promises. And if not, I'll be back Boxing Day. My Boxing Day, which is your Christmas Day. Darren said, it can be good to have differing opinions. No one can ever get everything right by themselves. Yeah, it is. Look, 2 heads are better than 1. So, you know, the more ideas we've got flying around all over the place, the better. SW said, I agree, Darren. Conchega Yowie said, Alex, I stopped a long time ago, found out what it really was, but to each their own. So said, Heather saw exactly the same thing in Mission Beach in 1994. I had an uninterrupted ocean view, and I tell you, this thing one side to the other, then stopped dead. Exactly. And just hover. No noise, no nothing, no plane, no helicopter, but it was just there. And then it'd go, and you'd be going, what? We don't have any aircraft like that. And my dad used to work in an airport. And he couldn't tell me what it was, because he's seen it too. There was like 5 of us. Oh, Timmy, God love you. Merry Christmas, Heaven Gang. Currently enjoying my Christmas break. Been off since last Friday. We'll return on January 3rd. I'm bored out of my damn mind, though. As a result, looks like Christmas threw up in my house. Oh, God love you, Timmy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And Merry Christmas to you too. And don't get too bored. Oh, God love you. Oh, that's good. You deserve a holiday, Timmy. You do. Deb said, every 80 years they say 2024 should be a big year. Their shit's being exposed. Exactly. I think we're in the boomerang stages. MJ said it would be boring if people thought the same all the time. Yeah. Kanchegi Yowie said, be vigilant today as Intel says there could be an event. Okay. Kai said, NPCs don't question things. Yeah, exactly. You can't be an NPC because you're questioning things. If you're here, you're questioning stuff. Zeta said, what's the difference between a perspective and an opinion? Is it a left brain, right brain thing? I don't know. Kai said, so asking if you're an NPC proves that you're not. Yeah, exactly. Darren said, I agree, MJ, but I feel like I should disagree to be more interesting. Good on you, Darren. I'm just going to disagree so it gets interesting. Alex said, oh, really? Where are you in Australia, Kachega? Zena said, Kai is the same as narcissism. Is it the same as narcissism, you think? Kanchegi Yowie said, yeah, South Australia, they said, could be an EBS. Kai said, Zena, I thought they were synonyms. Deb said, I fight with my Google Assistant. I speak, but it doesn't understand me. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm hoping that maybe the thing can't get half the things I say. And if it sounds like I'm mumbling, I'm not drunk or anything. I'm trying to bypass algorithms. And my stomach. Oh my God. Kai said, Zena, no, that's type of mental abuse. Zal said, in any case, can check it, the event not far away. Darren said, I like Smarties. Shannon said, Murray Bridge. Conchegi Yowie said, Kai, do they come in donuts? Deb said, just don't give in to the fear-mongering. Exactly. Alex said, is it world event? I'm in the UK. It's 23:55 here now, Friday. Menacing Muskrat said, Hev, can you drop that link? Which link? Oh, shoot. The plan, I think. I don't know if it's on YouTube anymore. Hang on. Might be on Rumble now. You might have to go to Rumble to find it. Hang on a sec. Just let me have a quick look. I think that's the one you're talking about. Oh, help if my keyboard was on. There's playlists. What? But it's got all the information of everything into it. Hang on a sec, I'm going to go over to Rumble. Where's Rumble? Not open. Okay, hang on a sec. Have I got Rumble on bookmark? Oh my God. Okay, just type it in there. I've just turned my keyboard back off. Have it. There we are, Rumble. Okay, now search for enter. Aha. Okay, I've got to click on it. And then I've got to share it. Copied the link. And then come back over to YouTube. And paste it in there. I recommend everybody watch this. So hopefully that goes through. I think that's the one you were talking about, I hope. Zena said, Kai, maybe on the surface, but do you think you defend your perspective the same way as an opinion? Kanchegi always said, Zal, true, must be wary. SW said, goosebumps on that first verse. Kai said, don't think so. MJ said, I love Smarties too. Darren said, we had a lovely velvet red sky tonight. Wow. Alex said, apparently it was about one of their band members going downhill from drugs. Damn it, Mandy said, ever smoke a cigarette thinking you got another pack only to find out that your other pack, that was your other pack and you're out, lol? My current situation, I'm out. Oh, no. Oh, I hate that, damn it, Mandy. I think that about, because now I roll my own. I've got the little filters, the papers, and the tobacco you got to buy. So sometimes I think I've got 2 packets of the filters, and then I'm on the last one, and I look for the other one, and it's not there. I've already used it. Deb said, that's lovely, Hev. What was that? Oh, the music. Right. Was that the Pink Floyd one? SW said, yes, Alex, correct. Alex said, I couldn't remember who sang it. I don't really know songs, only if I like them or not. Zal said, Kanchega, I'm thinking you've been watching Christian 21. Remember the elite celebrate 2 weeks later than we do? Oh, it jumped again. Oh my God, I'm way back. Hey, Kek, how you going? Oh, thank you, Menacing. I just got that. You just said you striped me. Oh, God love ya. Thank you. Aww. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, guys. Okay. Back to where I was. Somewhere. Xenotron said, Kai, no, I mean wondering if I am the narcissist instead of being the recipient of abuse. What do you mean, Xena? I don't understand what you mean. Oh, maybe I've missed something. Kai said, Mandy, I hate that. Deb said, Pelosi had a facelift and eyebrows were right. Oh, yeah, Pelosi. Yeah, her eyebrows are up here somewhere. Seriously. Sharon said, Christian 21's accent is atrocious, lol. Oh, Darren said, sure it is, Alex. What drugs got to do with exchanging a part in the war for a lead role in a cage? Yeah. Kai said, more likely the victim because you question your worthiness. Deb said, yes, I do find Christian talk too fast as well. Sal said, I can't wait for whooping Gold Lump to meet her demise. SW said, I smoked a ciggy bacteria back to front, wondering why it wasn't lighting smoke the whole filter and was sick from hangover and smoking that. Oh, I know straight away if I've lit the wrong end of a cigarette. You can taste that filter. It's disgusting. I think that cigarette's done anyway. I've been putting 2 filters in my cigarettes. Well, this one's a bit spastic. It's a bit like... But I've been putting 2. Oh, you can't see it. The filter goes to there. This side. From there to there. Because there's 2 filters in there. This is trying to stop my fingers from going yellow. I hate rollies because of that. Kanchegi, how he said, Zal, no local HCBL on Bitchute, but I do watch BW and C21. MJ said, Zena, they never question themselves on that. I think you are very beautifully human. Zal said, yes, Shannon, it's like watching an episode of Shameless. Zena said, Kai, I hate that also. What have they done to our language? Kai said, difficult to trust going out of your way to please and be liked. SW said, back to front, not bacteria. I got you. Darren said, well, Zal, Star Trek says that Whoopi's enemy is cute. Really? Zal said, very appropriate, Darren. Kachegi always said, Deb, no, she was replaced as she's 80, and if she looks like that at 80, then I'm 30. Nisi Glover, hey Hev and everyone, I found you. You're all on time for the live. Always listen every night with continuous play regardless. I sleep to your live streams every night, all night, because I receive peace. Oh, God love you, Nisi. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. And I'm glad I'm nice and peaceful enough to put you to sleep. It's good. Kai said, taking blame or flack from loved ones to preserve the peace. Hey, that was my life. Hey. I was a black sheep, so I was always taking the blame for everything. Zal said, Conchega Yowie, which channel is HCBL? Deb said, shit, I missed the edible, what is it? Edible Nikers. Edibles Nikers? MJ said, Bitchute, Divine Interloper, Real Weekend Warrior, or Blondie Broadcast, good ones. Menacing Muskrat said, thumbs it up. Thank you, guys. I've got 56 now, and I've only got 51 watching, so people did like it. Kai said, these are all symptoms of a narcissistic abuse survivor. Zena said, Kai, you don't float because all the heavy metals they pumped into you. Damn it, man, you said, I used to really like Whoopi, now I wish you would just keep her mouth shut and grow some eyebrows. SW said, I'm a Hevetarian. You're a Hevetarian. I don't even know what a Hevetarian would look like. What it is. What it is. MJ saying Nisi with a little heart, and everyone's saying hello Nisi. Alex said, yay, karaoke with Hev. I might get on Christmas morning and do a karaoke. Sing some songs for you. Drive over, make everyone's windows break. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll be breaking your windows. So now I'm only having half a cigarette, so that's why if it seems like I'm smoking more, I probably am. MJ said, Zal said, MJ, Led Z. Is that what you were talking about? Led Z. Shannon said, the flatulent rat, lol. MJ said, oh, never mind. Kai said, rat farts? What's going on here? Deb said, I had a hoarse voice after our last karaoke. Good on ya, you were singing with me. I love to hear that. Deb said, I'm laughing so much. My bird is always laughing too. Sal said, anyone remember Dread Zeppelin? No. Never heard of him. MJ said, a guy on a channel mentioned before attacked. He was awesome, but would fit here perfectly. Alex said, she's horrid now. She's also apparently performed her own abortion with Kate Anger at 14. I was in my old health and social care book when I did my A-levels. Damn it, Mandy. SW said, yes, Sal. Went to see him live in Melbourne. MJ said, what? The literal... Sal said, Kai, they did reggae versions of Led Zeppelin songs led by an Elvis impersonator. Oh my goodness, really? Deb said, I had them in my massage room so my boss would tell some people. SW said, love them, Elvis reggae. MJ said, who did that? Guy said, Elvis is Bob Joyce. Sal said, SW, yeah, I saw them here in Parramatta when they toured. Really? Oh, I never heard of it. Conchegi Yowie said the reason they removed lead from paint was because it blocked 5G. It's been in the planning for decades. Darren said steak goes hard in a microwave. That's what I thought. I thought, yeah, steak would go tough. It would be tough. Nothing like steak on a barbecue. Like, seriously. Beautiful. And again, thank you again, Menacing Muskrat. And Shannon said, Deb turns into Mr. Ed after karaoke. MJ said, Sal, are you in Australia? Deb said, yuck, steak in microwave. SW said, no, a microwave kills it. Horrible. I've tried it. Have you? I've never tried steak in a microwave. That's why I had to ask. Because I won't cook steak that way. I love steak. I wish I could buy like pounds of steak and just shove them in my freezer. It's expensive at the moment though, bloody steak. I'm going to one of these days. I'm just gonna, actually there's a place online that I could order from the farm. And I'm thinking of doing it. It's like, You can get $200 boxes, $300 boxes, but that would last you like a couple of weeks. Meat costs a lot here right now. Now I've just got a ringing in my ear. Darren said, that's a good point, Conchega. Deb said, oh my God, Shannon. Kai said, Jackson isn't dead, neither is Freddie Mercury. Alex said, I managed to eat before I came on. Our lives always end up making me hungry. I know. Alex said, ooh, microwave steak? No. Darren. Zane said, Alex, we know we're alive when we were on the stream. MJ said, steak and microwave, no rubber. Ick. Deb said, yes, they do, Alex. Kai said, microwaves are only good for heating liquid, then 5 minutes waiting. Darren said, try microwaving an egg, it explodes. And it's dangerous, apparently. Microwaving an egg, because even after you've finished, if it hasn't exploded by the time you finished it, it can when you open the door. And eggshells are going to fly at you. And bits of egg. And it'd be hot. And it'd burn. Kai said, microwave a marshmallow. Oh, no, thank you. Alex said, oh, do you have talking bird, Deb? My old work colleague had one that sounded like an old man. MJ said, that is a mess, don't do that. Kai said, it gets gigantic and catches fire eventually. Conchegio, said, Darren, try the eggs in an air fryer, about 9 minutes for a hard egg in the shell. Wow. Hey, Keck Angel, how you going? Alex said, magpies can speak too. There is one that sounds like it's from Yorkshire. Damn it, Mandy said, damn, I want some lead paint. Yeah, I know. I wish this cat has not stopped scratching. Yeah, ever since, when was it? About 2015, I think I realised that that's why, just myself personally thought that that's why they removed lead paint. So that Wi-Fi signals and 5Gs and all them could get through. Kai said, phone, be right back. Shannon said, they can use frequencies to heal or make you sick. SW said, air fryers are my favourite now. MJ said, air fryer, really? Like a hard-boiled egg? Darren said, I haven't got an air fryer, Conchega. I still have to figure out what they are. They're like a fan-forced oven nearly. Like, they cook quick. And they use air to do it. Keck said, hi there, Kai. Deb said, I was eating the lead paint from my cotton and I wearing the paint too, had a lot of hospital trips. You were eating the paint? Were you really? SW said, I do scrambled eggs in my air fryer. Oh, yum. Conchegi Yowie said, Shannon, cats purr at 55 hertz, healing. MJ said, Darren, you have to try, life-changing. And Keck saying hello, and everyone's saying hello to Keck. And Zal said, Conchega, hey, what's the HCBL channel? Kai said, I'm back. Everyone's saying, hey, Keck. Conchega Yowie said, 2 at MJ, correct? Alex said, a magpie says, you all right, love, in Yorkshire accent? Kai said, wifey on her way. Oh, good. MJ said, Deb, oh my God, did it taste good? Hey, Keck. Keck said, hi there, Sherry. Deb said, it must have. Keck saying hello, and everyone's saying hello, Keck. Kai said, okay, have you asked for it? It's called smegma, I believe, by us crass people. What? I don't even know what that is. Sal said, long live the king. A crown. Kai said, comes from not bathing. Oh. Darren said, kids will eat strange things. Deb, I used to enjoy the taste of fairy liquid as a kid. We used it in the bath. Oh, yeah. And Kai said, nobody wants that. Shannon said, unless you don't agree with... What? Where'd that come from, Shannon? Oh, he isn't here, is he? MJ said, Yeasty, missed out to lunch. Said, hello, Heaven Chat. Want to wish my Fred a happy birthday and remember I love you. Oh, happy birthday out to lunch. And happy birthday anyone whose birthday is today or yesterday. Because I was going to come on yesterday and wish everyone happy birthday and then I had to go and babysit. And all the kids are on school holidays, so it was 3 children and an old mum. So I was babysitting a few people yesterday. I don't know what you're talking about with these yeasty buttery rolls. SW said happy birthday. Everyone's saying hello, miss out to lunch. Darren said no, Kai, who would want Smeghead? MJ said I need to know how temp and how many minutes in the air fryer eggs, please. Sal said, you still obsessing, Kai? Alex said, I've always wanted to try an air fryer, but they make good curly fries. Shannon said, my cat's fart at 120 decibels. I don't hear mine. Oh, sometimes you do, really quiet ones. I don't know. MJ said, hi, Mrs. Out to lunch, and Kai said, trauma. Zena said, I want an air fryer, but I don't have a kitchen, lols. Oh, really, Zena? You need, actually, if you don't have a kitchen, you probably need one. They're good. Kai said, Mrs. Out to lunch. Deb said, happy birthday, Fred, and Donna loves Fred, and Fred loves Donna, and Zal said, Timmy, you legend. He is, isn't he? God love him. So was Menacing and Deb, and a few other people. You're all legends, actually. Why not? You're all legends. Darren said, at least you get a warning. Shannon, my cat's silent till you get close. That's what mine's like. Zena said, well, I could put it on a chair, I guess. MJ said, happy born day, awesome. Oh, you could put the air fryer on a chair. Have you got a little table or something? A little table. Yeah, a chair would do. Deb said, God love you, Timmy. And Kai said, happy birthday, Fred. And Deb said, much love to Donna. And Sherry said, happy birthday, Fred. And SW said, thank you, Timmy, the good doctor. We need more good doctors. Cherished you are. Definitely. He's a good doctor. He's a good man. Zena said, wouldn't it make the meat tough? Yeah, I think it would. Hey, could you do a steak in the air fryer? Has anyone tried that one? I love just my steak fried, you know. But has anyone tried it in the air fryer? Zena said, microwave cooks from the inside out. Yep. Darren said, in my opinion, the difference between perspective and opinion is just a matter of perspective. Future Kamala quote. SW said, me too, my auto-type correct saves my butt sometimes. And MJ said, Timmy, with a little, what is it, a cup, trophy. Alex said, I love these streams. The only time I know I'm amongst people that understands. Regular people seem to have turned into brick walls. Zena. Kinchagi Yowie said, MJ, 9 minutes at 180. Zena said, I think it's about blocking their ability to breathe. I put some on a cotton pad and then held it there for about 5 minutes. It just slid out easy with the tweezers. Yes. You get ticks out with something with very strong smell. Zena said tea tree oil, and I've said rubbing alcohol and just put it on a pad and hold it on there for 5 minutes until this thing can't breathe, and then it drops out. Nearly. Slides out easy with tweezers. There you go. Zena said it. Zal said, can check our HCBL channel is ? Alex said, awesome, Timmy. MJ said, thank you. For the times for the eggs. Because Kanchegi said 9 minutes at 180. There you go. Zeta said, same Alex, I'm surprised at how important everyone's become in my little world. I know. Kai said, most people fear looking stupid. I'm always looking stupid, so I'm not bothered. Me too, Kai. Most people fear looking stupid. Look, I look stupid all the time. I don't know everything. And I don't care. And I know that. I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. Perfect is somewhere I can't even see right now. So don't worry, Kai. I'm the same. Zal said, see you all later. Got to go to lunch. Have a good one, Zal. Alex said, I got really behind. My chat froze. Zena said, I love everyone. So do I. Zal said, being a Gemini, Kai, I'm always with stupid. SW said, Sal, have a great day. Love, Dread Zeppelin. Zena said, on Hev123 we know, and that's all we need, and we do have each other in this war on our mind, definitely. Darren said, not so little, Zena, we are the 99%. Conchega said, Zal, Harvey Bay, Common Law Group. And I'll put the Rumble link in there to the plan to save the world. Alex said, I know what you mean. This is my safe place, Zena. MJ said, oh my goodness, Zal, that's not nice. Kai said, Zena, get some Zippo lighter fluid, put it on a Q-tip and just put it near the tick. It will let go. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Can you still get the Zippo lighter fluid? I can't find it anywhere. I don't know if they've stopped selling it, but Coles don't sell it, IGA don't, none of the small shops sell it. I might have to go to a tobacconist. I'm way back in the comments, guys. Way back. Kai said, I'll let it go almost immediately, but don't touch your skin or it'll blister if you don't wash that immediately. Sandra said, Kai, that sounds good. I have such a bad reaction to them. I'm sure I'll make it worse trying to get them out. Conchega said, Zal, they are right on it. Alex said, awesome, have save for later. Kai said, I despise ticks. Out to lunch said, Kai, I've had dead ticks on me. I've also had them in some not appropriate places too. Alex said, our sky was a weird yellow earlier. I took a picture, but it doesn't do it justice. Crappy camera phones. I know, they don't take pictures. They try to correct the colour. That's what I think digital cameras do. I don't like it. I like the old style cameras. Say everything old style is better than what they have these days with all the technology. I mean, they probably have technology that might not do that, maybe. But we get the ones that the one that does. You can barely get purple on a phone camera. It turns it to blue, for at least mine do, for some reason. You can't get purple. Guy said, out to lunch, you sure they were dead? Dude studying them, put one in a jar to starve. 27 years later, it was fine. Oh, you're kidding. SW said, always during twilight, but rare. Said, Alex, did you see the video of the northern sky the other night? If you didn't, I'll find it for you. You'll love it. Darren said, been watching the sky when the clouds have a clearing. Yesterday it was pink and green in places. Wow. Out to lunch said, toxic blood, I think, Kai. Kai said he opened the jar and his breath stepped to scrambling for you. His breath made it scramble toward him? Is that what you mean, Kai? Out to lunch, said I'll put some real bad chemicals in me at one time. Keck said, lol, don't smoke the wrong end, lol. I know, and it's hard to tell with these because they're all white. There's no orange bit that tells you this is the place you put your mouth. MJ said, Kai, no, 27 years later, what? Shannon said, dip your fingers in clay glue from school to protect your fingers when smoking. Then you can have fun peeling off the glue skin. Never thought of that, Shannon. There you go. SW said, I only noticed I was too drunk when the darn thing started burning too late. Ran it. Agree, not fast on the Murray, then felt sick for a while, like 24 hours. Out to lunch said, I need another good tick checking. MJ said, breath and heat activates them, just like the nanofiber stuff. Curious. Very curious. MJ? Kai said, narcissistic abuser survivors often question their worth or if they're following the abuser. Unless you disregard other people's feelings for what you want, you're probably not a narcissist. Out to lunch said, Donna needs to check me for ticks. SW said, my ex was a narcissist. Out to lunch said, it's my birthday. Birthday day. Alex said, no, I haven't, but I saw someone had put a picture up about them. I'd like to see that. The Bible says about signs in the sky. Kai said, a birthday checking. MJ said, it's your birthday, get your presents. Kai said, on my birthday I get nothing. Oh, Kai. Neither do I, don't worry. Same as Christmas. I did last year, actually. Or was that Mother's Day? I'm not sure. I've got a big basket of something from my daughter. It was beautiful. Out to lunch said, oh, Kai. Kai said, it's just a day to me, plus it's a ritual to cause you to age faster. Yeah. Darren said, Kai, that's what it's like having Willy Wonka for a father. Melissa and Mike, missed you again. Oh, God love you. Kai said, only had a narcissistic mother with battered woman syndrome. Out to lunch, said another shrimp on the barbie. Kai said, Melissa and Mike with hugs. SW said, yeah, it's tough, all right, Kai. Felt like I was in hell. Alex said, oh, wow, the skies are changing. You're in Kent, aren't you, Darren? Ours looked like the Sahara Desert earlier. Keck said, Dred Zeppelin was awesome. Elvis did the Moby Dick drum solo beat live. Darren said, yes, I am, Alex. Kai said, to those day, the wrong tone of voice sets me up. To this day. Everyone's saying hello. SW said, my daughter's mother is a narcissist of a high degree. I'm not saying a word. Except I grew up with one. MJ said, good thing about being around narc, you spot them, never can they get you again. I avoid. I can't avoid my narcissist. Oh, I could, but no, I won't. Kai said, Conchega it is what it is. Damn it, man, he said, I had a freezer full of steak, 2-inch cut steak. The entire freezer during the height of the sea. People bought toilet paper, my sister and I bought steak. Then I needed a new washer and dryer. Oh, God love you. Oh, it sounds like something I'd do. Darren said some sky colours could be due to the weather, but what effect did the solar mass ejection have? SW said yes, ever MJ, forever, spot him now. Damn it, man, he said the edit set up my new washer and dryer, unplugged my deep freezer for some reason, and I didn't notice it for 2 or 3 days. Lowe's still won't return my calls. Oh, no. Oh, damn it, Mandy, you poor thing. My son did that to me. He turned off my chest freezer. And it was off for like a day and a half. And I noticed and went, ah, I've got heaps of food in there, man. But I showed him what he did wrong, and he's like, oh, sorry, I didn't know. No, you just unplugged the wrong one. Oh, that's terrible, damn it, Mandy. Oh, I know how you feel. Out to lunch said that mass solar ejection got the planet's prego. Darren said, Mandy, it's cheaper to use toilet paper than steak. Oh, SW said Aurorus australis, spotted in Victoria. MJ said, damn it, Mandy, that is stupid heads, all that steak. Yeah, that's silly for them to do that, my God. Keck said, hey, Ev. Kai said, the most important lesson to learn is most people are worthless and will use you. Conchegiowi said, Kai, at least you can talk about it. I'm one of 8. My dad got smashed in the face underground in the mines. My mum went through hell with him, as he did as well. No PTSD back then, yep. Kai said, Keck, love, welcome back. SW said, outro, that's right up Mud Fossil University alley. Sina said, the link is to the magical sky over Norway the other night. Timo said, I order all my meat from Good Ranchers. Ah. Okay, so Timo, that's in America? Good Ranchers. Yeah, we've got one over here that you can order straight from the farm, and I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Alex said, I saw that thing about eggs exploding in the microwave on that Australian lady's channel. She's a food scientist. Yep. Can't think of the name. She's great. I can't think of her name either. But I used to watch her. Alex said, my chat keeps freezing. MJ said, steak is better by attachment. Bidet? Melissa and Mike said, the kids need presents, we don't. Exactly. SW said, PTSD is now PTSI, as it's an injury, not a disorder. Oh, there you go. Yeah, my injuries caused my PTSD. Oh, I don't know, whatever it is now. No, I don't have PTSD anymore. Maybe a tiny bit, but no, you get over things. Kai said, Conchega, I'm typing, can't speak aloud even to this day. Darren said, Alex, unfortunately I know about eggs in the microwave because I tried it once. Conchega Yowie said, Alex, you take your laptop out of the fridge. Kai said, voice cracks, tears roll, and seen some effed up stuff, but that's too much. Oh, Kai. Tim said, Good Ranchers does not submit to the NWO. It's a little more than the grocer, but no mRNA for a start. Good stuff, Timmy. That's good to know. Anyone in the USA, Good Ranchers. That's what it's called, isn't it? Yeah, Good Ranchers, yep. Keck Rangel said, we've been having net problems here in the US. Really? Darren said, lol, Conchega, maybe Alex should use microwave instead. Menacing said, hey, I'm thinking about starting my own channel. Yeah, do it. Menacing, that's great. Kai said, Keck, massive cyber attacks ongoing. Out to lunch said, Menacing, do it. SW said, please do that. MJ said, Menacing, awesomeness, you'll have a lot of subs straight away. Kachaki, yeah, we are. SW said, a legend is afoot. Leg end. Oh, very well. MJ said, well, dang. Kai said, should I explain it for her, guys? Alex said, oh no, it can be very dangerous. Pressurized eggs, not good, Darren. SW said, Roger Glover from Deep Purple said that to me. Out to lunch said, SW, okay, sounds right. Alex said, it's how to cook that. That's it. That was doing my head in. I couldn't remember. She does. She shows people how to make. She makes a massive Kit Kat and like massive chocolates as well. That lady. She's like a food scientist or something. Kai said, SW neat. SW said, and it just jumped. Where am I? Now I've got to go all the way back. Got to go, got wife's home, Kai. Okay, cool. Have a good one. Okay, now I'm here. SW said, air fried steak is crumdiddly. Umptious, Hev, summy, yummy, I'm sold on my... Oh, okay, so it's nice in the air fryer. I'm going to have to try it. Alex says she taught me how to make Cadbury's flake. I've not tried making it, but I know how. Yeah, she does all the good chocolates, doesn't she? MJ said words all the time, education, caution, change your placement, then saw entertainment, entrainment. Kai said, I like my steaks to move when I cut them. I don't like them that raw. I don't mind them pink in the middle, you know. But not when it's bleeding. MJ said, predate, predator. Deb said, much loved all the beautiful souls. Darren said, SW, Deep Purple's one of the few bands I saw live. I think it was Roger's mum was chatting to that got me a backstage pass. Zena said, Heb, you can buy a whole rib fillet from butcher. I'll cut it up and slice, dice and mince it for you as well. Yum. MJ said, tear, tor, predator, tear, wheat from tears. You got me started. Zena said, it's way cheaper. Oh, okay. I'm going to try that, Zena. Kai said, gotta go, his wife's home. Yep. Melissa and Mike said, Darren, I saw them live too when I was 16. Damn it, Mandy said, I can get lighter fluid everywhere. We get it at gas stations here. I wonder if the service station would sell it. Because I know our normal shops that sell cigarettes won't sell lighter fluid. I don't know why. They sell the pressurised one, but not the pouring, like the Zippo lighter fluid. They don't sell that. I used to have a Boeing Zippo lighter somewhere. I think someone stole it from me. Anyway. SW said, Darren, yes, they're gentlemen of rock. Darren and I partied a few times with them, got to meet the whole lot. RIP, John Lord. That's it, how to cook that. Alex has put it in the comments in case anyone wants. Kai said, may the God, the creator of creation, bless and keep us all. May the force be with you. You too, Kai. Everyone's saying bye, Kai. And Zena said, yeah, I saw Deep Purple as a teenager. And people saying Merry Christmas, Kai. Zena said, but I went to see Gary Glitter too. Deb said, the old fella won a crooked turkey breast to hubby daycare. Oh, good. Cooked turkey breast. Oh, yum. Yep, Deb, that's a win, said MJ. SW said, we went back to Double Bay Hotel to party till 5:30 in the morning. Personal guest, I was feeling like I died and went to heaven. Ian Pace hugged me. Darren said, you don't want to be in his gang, Zena. Zena said, nice, Deb. Conchega said, Deb, hubby daycare, another name for the pub. Deb said, I would be putting the smokes in my mouth the wrong way a lot more. Yeah, if they're all white, you got to look at which end is the filter. Alex said, I'm sure there's a camera phone, maybe a Samsung that puts a fake perfect moon on. Someone tested it on a round blank bit of paper and the moon showed up perfectly. So I remember putting my motorcycle helmet back to front one day and thinking, who turned the lights out? Deb said, yeah, there's a lot of sign in the sky. MJ said, it's a way to control everything in the end. Everything I have a hug and card collection. I used to develop pics of family, 500 at a time. I love taking pictures. That's a good hobby. Yep, photography. And you do need a bit of talent sometimes to do those things. MJ said, damn, spell check, huge SD card collection. Oh, okay. Santa said, I have a hot plate outside set up, but the only kitchen I have is a sink. Oh, wow. Darren said, wow, MJ, I haven't even taken 500 pics in my whole life. Santa said, the cabin's pretty small. Oh, okay, I'll get you. SW said, there's hope for my daughter. I have to avoid her like the plague, not my daughter. Alex said, I don't really celebrate my birthday either. I heard that about the age ritual thing too. Yeah, my birthday goes by and I don't care. SW said, me too, Alex. MJ said, my babies and nieces, nephews, I cannot stop. I don't regret. My nieces, adults now appreciate it. Zena said, but I have a little deck where I have my kettle and my hot plate. Oh, good on you, Zena. Alex said, I was in an abusive relationship for years and rarely had a good birthday, so stop celebrating. It's just another day. Poor thing. Conchega said, Alex, you are what you feel. I'm young at heart, but the body lies. Deb said, I'm getting platters for Christmas Day so I can just drink and smoke happy with a happy cookie for dessert. MJ said, yeah, the body is a big fat liar. Alex said, yeah, Conchega, sometimes I feel 16, other days 80. I'm 38 next month. I feel like that, Alex. But it's rare now that I feel like I'm 16. It's more like I feel like I'm 80 every day. Deb said, I know, right, Yowie? MJ said, Deb, you're my spirit animal. Conchega Yowie said, Deb, interested in the after cookie? Alex said, the chat jumped. She didn't say that, but there you go. Who wants to remember getting older anyway? SW said, I stopped counting at 50. Darren said, Alex, if you have a way to remember you're getting younger, please share. Conchega Yowie said, Alex, 61 going on 21. Alex said, my dad gets farm meat. He makes pigs in blankets the other day with help from my mum. We're having some at Christmas. Apparently they turned out well. Yum. So I'm really glad now that I'm old that I forgot to grow up. Yeah, me too. Conchega said, Alex, meat straight from the farm. Yummo. I get mine from a farmer on Kangaroo Island. Yum. Darren said, the pig would be good, but the blanket is a bit chewy. Alex said, that would be great. I love to go back with the mind I have now, Darren. Yeah, I would too. Alex said, I got a Nikon camera. I'd love to take a photograph. So, Mama, don't take my Kodachrome away, Paul Simon. Alex said, 50 going on 15 SW. Darren said, Alex, problem with going back with the mind you have now is that you would be locked up for warning people what is to come. Yeah, you'd look crazy to people. SW said, Zena, the Kodachrome slide film is the best. Zena said, question, does Donna love checking Fred for ticks? Probably not, but probably has to. SW said, I have a Nikon, but it's digital. Zena said, remember when we thought everyone in our lives deserved a present? I do. Conchega said, Darren, I would be more confident with the chicks though. Darren said, if ticks are so bad, a tock's good. MJ said, steak and chicken in air fryer, phenomenal. Oh, really? Okay. My mouth's starting to water again. Darren said, lol, Conchega, you could blow the competition out of the water. Alex said, I was supposed to become an MP. I was being trained from 14. I knew even then things weren't right and why I turned my back. I'd get in there and change things before they could, Darren. I seen dad joke. There, it's about time, Darren, MJ said. SW, no talent, just learn about photography. Oh, okay. Darren said, I think you would need to be a lot older to do that, Alex. Conchega said, Darren, oi, oi, oi. SW said, yes, thank you, Darren, it's important. Timo said, I forgot to mention, when the subject of cancer was brought up, my dad was a veterinarian. Farmers would order pallets of this drug called fenbendazole. Guess what this large animals don't get? Oh, guess what the large animals don't get? Okay, guys, I just told you something very important. Go back and listen if you didn't hear me. Actually, Timmy told you something very important there. Oh, is my keyboard on? She's going to start pressing keys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, she stepped over it, God love her. She stepped over the keyboard. This is a sweetie. Alex said, I never even met Maggie Thatcher. She wouldn't let go of my hand, kept saying how they needed more young people. Now we know why. SW said, Alex, when the tigers broke free, God bless you. Alex said, I think there's old picture somewhere, cringe. MJ said, Zena, 10% deserve gifts that I know it's expected, which is whatever. Concheggy Owie said, Alex, my girlfriend had to become a Freemason at age 55 to run for Parliament in New South Wales. Only bottom rung, but shows the depth. Really, Conchegga? Timmy said, I take a course once per year and guess what hasn't come back for me? Really, Timmy? Well done. Guys, so if you didn't hear me before, reading Timmy's comment, you need to go back and listen or read it. Darren said, Alex, if you ever manage to go back and find me, shake me until I see the crap. I was not awake back then. Alex said, oh no, a bunch of wrong'uns. Concheggy, I feel sorry for your girlfriend. SW said, Hasselblad are my dream of camera, but 20,000 at least. I like the Nikon. I've heard it's really good. Concheggy Yowie said, Alex, don't, as we have been together for 41 years. Timmy, MJ said, Timmy, I don't want to even say what I am. Alex said, I want a proper telescope, but they're so expensive. I have a crappy one, but it's missing bits, so I can't use it. MJ said, maybe just late. Darren said, Alex, you don't need a telescope, just imagination. That's NASA's secret. Yeah, Concheggy Yowie. Alex, P900 will do better than a telescope. It'll show you the planets as they really are, lights in the sky. Nikon P900. I've heard is the best camera. Anyway, that's me for today, guys. I'm going to go. I may not be back tomorrow, and because I've got a lot of cooking to do. And then Monday morning I'm going to try and jump on. That's Christmas Day, which will be your Sunday night, but I'm not sure. So please excuse me if I don't, and I'll jump on Boxing Day. How's that? Okay, guys, have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and I'll talk to you soon. Much love to everybody, and Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then. Okay, guys. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Way back a year ago,